Hello, faithful listeners, and welcome to All Hail the King, a podcast where we delve into the mystic, mysterious, and often macabre world of Stephen King adaptations. My name is Viv, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, Garen and Joe. On this episode, we're going to find out what's the scariest thing that could happen on a plane. You get redirected to Bangor, Maine. So, planes.
Trains.
And
automobiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only see one of them No, we see two of them. We don't see a train. We see a car.
I haven't actually seen the film. Oh, yeah, are we talking about the Langoliers now, or like planes, trains, and automobiles?
I don't know. I haven't seen planes, trains, and automobiles.
But you have seen Langoliers. You have done the reading today.
Unlike Viv, who has not seen the Langoliers.
I have not seen the Langoliers. I'm going to be bullshitting. I've only watched the Nostalgia Critic episode, and I'm going to be basing all my opinions.
Is that serious?
Is that serious? No.
I wouldn't have asked you.
What do you mean?
We did speak about
I
this.
know, you do love Nostalgia Critic.
I do, but I take this podcast extremely seriously. Okay. I do the reading.
I know you said yesterday you hadn't watched the last 20 minutes, so it's like...
Oh, I just gave up. I just gave up, and then I just watched the last 15 minutes of the Nostalgia Critic episode. I'm just like, I could bridge these gaps.
Yeah. Just before you got here, actually, we were speaking about this and saying, like, 1 week Viv's just not going to watch whatever we're talking about.
I'm just going to use it as a challenge to see how far I could go away before you're like, Viv, have you actually seen
And
this?
it's going to be one of the ones she wants to see as well.
Oh, yeah, just limiting yourself.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to watch any of the Children of the Corn, so that'll be fun.
You get to Children of the Corn 8, and you're just like...
Damn, it's crazy how they're just fucking chopping corn.
You probably will be able to predict what's happening at that point.
I think that'll be a fun bit for Children of the Corn. Maybe as we get further in, we should try and predict what the next one's going to be about.
I'm just chucking the shit out of that corn.
If we remember, because that's a
year
while
away, isn't it? Like, at least. Yeah. So, sorry for the Children of the Corn fans. We're
doing an aviation-themed episode.
Yeah, planes. Thoughts?
This should be a crossover with your other podcast.
I was going to bring
the reason I asked Viv yesterday about whether she had an intro was because I was going to say if she didn't, maybe she should do a crossover.
Yeah, we could have done like the speaker voice thing, so that would have been fun.
Like when we did First Time Kings and we merged the intros, we could have like reverse merged them and merged them the other way.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I love planes.
Yeah? You've been on many?
I've been on many planes.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to ask when the last time we were all on planes are, but I think I know the answer. You was just like a month ago.
Yeah, it was really recently.
Mine was back in June.
Yeah.
Mine was this time last year, January. So I've been on the plane the least recently.
So I would have thought it was Japan, but...
No, Japan. Japan was 2024. I think before that was Japan.
Yeah.
And then I don't think I went anywhere abroad, at least between Japan and where I went last year.
So once again, Stephen is tapping into your personal fears of...
Well, Stephen actually dedicated this book to me.
Did he?
Yeah, do you remember? Seriously. I was
going to call you by your full name. Is that okay?
I mean,
is that too far on here?
My name is out there.
I understand, but name dropping.
I don't use it. The reason I don't use my full name isn't because I'm like, I don't want people to find me. It's because it's kind of for my job. I think I've said before, I'm a teacher. It's standard practice to just not put your actual name online. But like, I'm not opposed to it. I don't put anything bad on the internet.
They're going to use... We haven't really thought about how the fact that we've got literally hours of our voice now just online.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got videos and stuff.
I got videos.
So, but it's like... We're being like pumped into like ChatGPT, and we're going to be spewing out some hateful shit.
I hope my new job doesn't listen to the Shawshank episode.
That's true. But if you have a full name, I'd be less disturbed if you full named me. If you called me like Joe and then my last name. If you went like full Joseph, then I would have been like, oh, back off.
Not because I'm doxing you, but just because it feels
like it's like you're telling me off. It's like you're my mum.
You see your mum in
genuinely. I do go by Joseph in work. You've seen on my social media account, like my private ones, it is Joseph, but that's because it's so weird to be called.
There's so many variants of you online, and one day they're all going to round up and attack you.
I told you the other day, I didn't tell you this, Karen. I was speaking to my boss, one of like the guys I work with. I have like 3 managers on the phone, and he called me. He fully was like, "Oh, you right, Joseph?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm right, thank you." And he was like, "Oh, can I call you Josh?" It's like, no, that's not my name.
What if it was a completely different name? Can I call you David?
I would have said yes if you said call me David. I was just so taken aback because that's never happened before.
So they dedicated it to you, Barry.
They did. This is for Barry. No. This is for Joe, another white knuckle flyer.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so it's dedicated to me.
That's very
and
nice.
Not his son, but me.
I look forward to when we get a dedication.
I know.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Which one would you want to be dedicated to?
I don't know. Could you imagine if we get to like the Dark Tower and like the fourth one is like to Viv and Garin?
Oh, that'd be sweet.
A joint dedication as well would be sick.
Yeah.
But fuck Joe.
Yeah, fuck me. I mean, I got my own one, so I can't complain.
Yeah.
And it's like he talks about Joe all the time, so I can just like pretend I'm his son. Every time when we get to Joe Hill's books,
we're taking this parasocial relationship to new levels.
When we get to Joe Hill's books, I'm going to be like, I wrote this.
But yeah, did this scare you?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, I'm afraid of flying. I've flown. I know. No, it is laughable. I wish I wasn't.
You don't go on enough planes. Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah,
I forget. But you go to European planes. You don't go long distance ones.
I would go long distance if I could afford it.
The only long distance one I've been on was Japan, and to be fair, it wasn't a horrible flight, but I would have died if I was in the Langoliers because I cannot sleep on planes. Those flights for Japan were like 16 hours. I was fully awake.
Not
for
even
all
with
of
the
it.
gases knocking you out.
I would have been awake. I would have probably been the one like piloting the plane, like as it goes through the space hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The space vagina.
the space
You described it to me before I got to the end. It's like, oh, have you seen the space vagina? I was just like, excuse me.
It's like, oh, you'll know.
I cannot wait.
But yeah, I've flown a lot, especially growing up, because my grandparents used to live in Spain. But I've just never liked it. It's too noisy for me. I can't relax. And my father is also afraid of flying, which is definitely where I get it from. So
I don't know if I know at the beginning we always talk about where he gets the idea of. But I can 100% just see him sitting down in a plane and him thinking, what's the most fucked up thing that could happen right now? Or he's benching on the plane. I don't know.
What if we travelled 15 minutes back in time?
He did think that.
Yeah.
You can see it. The more of his I watch, the more I like thinking like I could see him writing this in real time.
Yeah.
Like when he gets to a certain point, you're just like, oh, he came up with this idea. Yeah. I don't see him going back retrospectively and like changing stuff. He doesn't retcon but he definitely thinks of an explanation way after.
Yeah. We've spoken in every episode about like him pantsing his stories.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking back to Cell of how one of my complaints about Cell was it was like you can really tell he's just making up as he goes along because he's just like, oh, they split up and then they get back together, then they split up again. And I felt like I really like this, just getting ahead of myself. I really like the story. But well, as I was reading it is funny of just like they land the plane, they've got to take off the plane again.
Yeah.
It's just like it makes sense, but you can see
he kind of writes ball episode stories, which is quite funny because you're not limited by anything except like what you can imagine. But his are often like kind of grounded. At least this one. I thought it was just like, yeah, this is basically like this could be just. It feels like it was written with the constraints of like an adaptation in mind in a way.
It's interesting you say that because I've got a certain opinion. I don't know when to bring up about like my thoughts on what I would do with a Langoliers adaptation.
Yeah,
I might just leave that for later for when we talk about.
I
like,
think I got some things I could say on that as well. So
interesting.
We'll come back to that.
Interesting to see how if I was aligned in any way.
Yeah,
but we'll have to see about that.
We'll bring the typewriters out. We'll work on the Langoliers remake.
Yeah,
but I just like I don't mean that as a criticism when I said that you can kind of see and figure out because like. The initial idea I feel as though is actually quite intriguing. I really like the mystery.
Yeah, no, I think it's
story.
A great idea.
So, should we talk about our history with the Langoliers? Because I know some of us have.
Yeah.
History.
I feel as though I've hinted to mine already.
Yeah, you go first.
My only previous relationship was the Nostalgia Critic episode, and that was it.
That's fair.
And I hold that with great pride.
I don't know.
I hold no shame to this.
I haven't rewatched it. I have seen that video, but is there a skit with Tamara and Malcolm and?
No, this is before then. This is before the reboot. This is classic Nostalgia Critic.
Nice.
When it was him behind a desk making funny voices.
Hell yeah, I hate those skits. Like not just in Nostalgia Critic, but just like in any YouTube. Like Patrick Willems. As soon as that puppet comes out, it's just like okay, I'm skipping this.
Oh, that's so mean. I like those.
I mean, I think the puppet's cool, but I'm just like I don't. I want the analysis.
I used to be like that, but as I've seen more and more people drift away from it, in the whole channel awesome stuff, anytime I see them trying to do a different thing, it's annoying, but I find it kind of endearing.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of like those movies.
Sometimes I feel like
I'm being a sick fuck.
I feel like I'm being perceived when I'm watching it. Just like if somebody watched me watching this, it'd be like, the fuck.
Yeah, I know. I get what you mean. The only person I watch is a Pokemon YouTuber, weirdly enough, who does skits like that. He only does them for sponsored segments. He has like a recurring character, And they annoy me because it's a sponsored segment, but it equally annoys me because I have beef only with skits is when they put too much effort into sponsorships.
Yeah.
So, like, because then people are like, oh, it's so funny, like, they put, like, this much effort into being sponsored. It's like, I don't think that is funny. I think that's sad.
But then when we see, like, parodies of this, of just, like, someone doing a parody of, like, those old school reviews, where it's just like, oh, my evil doppelganger.
Are you referring to the AVGT?
I am, of course I am. My heart grows. I love those. I think they're wonderful.
I think you've got to have an appreciation for them to do them properly.
I think it's because I grew up with them, definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I can imagine, like, someone a lot younger seeing this and be like, what the fuck?
Can you imagine if we put, like, a nostalgia critic on for, like, Meg?
Yeah, oh, she'd want to tear her face off.
Yeah.
But, like, it's from a very specific time period.
It is,
Yeah.
it is.
And you say that, but, like, you put on, like, Tobuscus, like, literal trailers or something, and just like, oh, yeah, this was my shit back in the day.
Yeah.
I'll give it to Doug Walker. He's
Hasn't
not
been
as
done for
he's-
as sexual as somebody in the company who has.
They did change the channel.
Oh,
They
yeah.
did.
Oh, yeah.
But
Not Doug.
Doug. I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
So that's your experience.
That's
the
my
Langoliers.
experience.
I've seen
It was a
that.
mediocre episode. I watched it. It was fine. He did like a bunch of mini Stephen King miniseries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
he did it. I remember him.
He did
I
do
remember
it.
watching
He
his
did
it one.
Tommy Knockers as well. So
I haven't seen
I
that
don't think
one.
I've seen the Tommy Knockers.
No.
I will return to them as we go through them.
Yeah, I've definitely seen the Langoliers one. I can't remember. I didn't rewatch it, but I can almost definitely guess which bits he like joked about.
Yeah,
Basically
no,
anything
it's
Toomey said.
It's literally the first joke that you could have in your
Yeah.
head, and then you go to it, and you're just like, eh.
If I was recasting this now, I would cast Doug Walker as Craig Toomey.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I need to go to Boston!
Exactly.
Cut that out.
Garen, what's your relationship with Langoliers?
So this came at like a perfect time for me. I first watched this somewhere between 10 and 12 years ago while doing my A-levels. I was getting into some like Stephen King stuff that I hadn't really seen before. And I think it must have been through like a YouTube video. Like, I don't know if it was Nostalgia Critic, but like being like, oh, this one's like hilariously bad. And at the time, I was working on an essay. My media A-level, I did this big essay on time travel in media.
Oh, cool.
And
Wait, so were you watching it for that, or was that just a
no,
coincidence?
it was coincidental. Now I couldn't use it as one of my prime examples because we had to use examples from the last 5 years. So my essay largely focused on Looper, Predestination, and Safety Not Guaranteed.
I still haven't seen Safety Not Guaranteed.
I haven't seen that.
Is that the one
I
with
think Duplass.
Duplass?
Yeah. I think you'd like it.
Yeah, no, I like Mark Duplass.
I've-
I need to check that out.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since then, to be fair. But yeah, it was like, oh, okay, this is time travel. I'm just like, I can reference it. I just can't be like, this is my prime example. So it's nice to see like different examples of time travel media because I think that's just fascinating. Like we've spoken many times about Doctor Who and
You're just
You know.
intrigued by the general concept of time travel in narratives.
yeah, and I thought like in the past like I would love to do a book with like graphics explaining like the time travel in certain movies and shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a very unique interpretation.
It's a very unique one, and I don't think I have the essay anymore. I got a good grade for it though.
That's good.
What do you get?
A,
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
not an A star,
Aw.
but you know,
Uh,
can't win them all.
Yeah.
What did you get in media?
I did pretty good. I think I got an A star. Not A level. I
Oh,
dropped
no,
out of
yeah. Oh, yeah,
GCSE.
you left, didn't you?
Yeah, because
I had an A star GCSE.
But I skipped A level, then I went to college.
Do you remember what you had for
go
AS
ask
level?
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's where you've been. Do you remember what you had for AS level?
what I had for ALS.
AS level.
What did I have? B?
I probably got higher than a B, I imagine.
Okay, A.
Yeah, yeah. Let's say you got an A.
Sure.
Yeah.
You just want to brag how you got an A star?
I didn't want to. I was very good to be the one to bring it up. Yeah.
It's okay. I was focused on the production thing, kind of things. You're better at the analysis.
Oh, yeah. I wish I had my essay I wrote at the time.
You've actually seen some of my A level media work.
Oh, is it in your portfolio?
No, it's not. But when I lent you Avatar,
Oh yeah, of course I have. Yeah, it was.
It was in like a fake movie case,
Yeah.
and I made 3 of them that were all like time travel themed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh
I-
yeah.
I remember when you gave it to me, I asked you what movie it was.
Yeah, what is this? And it's just my friend Callum from years back.
Yeah. Mine, I definitely still have like, I made game covers that I did. I definitely still have those somewhere, but I don't have, my media essay was on representation of women in video games. Defending Anita Sarkeesian around the time of Gamergate.
There you
weirdly
go.
enough. But I've got like an early draft of it, but I don't have the finished one.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I wish I had it. But
I wish there was like a few shorts we made
yeah,
for media. I
no.
wish we still had.
I agree.
Because
Yeah,
they were really fun.
yeah, I really enjoyed those. But yeah, I didn't use Langoliers in mine. I went through. I've said about how like my dad introduced me to Stephen King kind of accidentally when I was younger. But then as I started getting older, he would like with Carrie, he told me about the ending of Carrie, and same with it. He's the one who taught me about Pennywise. I'll talk more about that in the future. I don't think he introduced me to Langoliers necessarily, but I remember there was a time where I was going through like these sort of 90s Stephen King adaptations. Like that's when I watched the It miniseries for the first time, and I definitely watched this around the same time. My guess would be I was around 15, 16, that sort of age, where it was just like, oh, I've got a laptop now, I can actually find stuff on the internet. So I remembered a lot of this. I'd never read it before, so it was interesting reading it and then trying to piece it together and then going back and rewatching it.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. I haven't revisited it since my A-level days, so this was quite nice to come back to.
So, and Viv, just to clarify, so you've watched the Nostalgia Critic, but it's the first time you've watched.
This is the first time I've actually sat down and watched the whole thing. Okay, not one go. I watched 2.5 hours and I watched half an hour this morning.
That's fair. I mean, it is 3 hours long. I get it.
But you did have a Mulholland Drive break.
I had a Mulholland Drive break in between it. I took a nap on the plane. I dreamt of Mulholland Drive. Then I woke up and then I was on the other side.
I think that's even better than watching Mulholland Drive dreaming about it.
Yeah.
You should have watched this on the plane back when you went on holiday.
I think I would have had a panic attack.
Yes, that's completely fair.
Maybe she did.
Are we going to go into our general opinions about it?
I mean, you kind of alluded to what you thought.
Yeah, but like a little bit.
Okay, we can go into opinions.
Yeah.
Just because like I know you want to talk about the book first, usually.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. We're kind of talking naturally, so should we just talk about
Okay,
the opinions now, and then I'll go into the book?
You watched it before any of us did. Wait, no.
Did I watch it first? I watched it.
Like recently.
Yeah.
Recently. Might have been you.
I watched it Thursday. I've been quite busy.
Yeah. Oh no, of course you were right. No, I watched it last weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I did you didn't get like straight up give me your opinion, but you were like kind of sprinkling and like alluding to it, and like you thought it was like a bit of a slog.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think my main criticism of this is it's 3 hours long. It is a 300-page novella.
If only there was a 2 hours cut from it.
Yeah, or a 1 hour one. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, my main problem with this is the pacing. I might as well say my opinion on the book, even though I haven't gone over the full details yet. I loved the book. You might remember that I started reading it Christmas Eve and I finished it Boxing Day.
Yeah.
I was like hooked on it. And yeah, it's an easy time to be hooked on something because nothing's happening on those days. But I plowed through it. I absolutely loved it. This adaptation, I'm not going to say it's bad because I genuinely think there's a lot to like in it. But this is kind of what's going to be my example going forward of an adaptation that is too close to the original to a fault.
Mm-hmm.
Where they've included like everything, like every detail of dialogue, every like scene that's happened, and it's so long. And I don't want to say outright like the length is the problem, but there was a moment I remember I told you, and I've written it in my notes, where I had to pause it, and I did watch it in one sitting, but I did have to pause it like an hour in, and I didn't know how far I was in or how much I had left, so I paused it. And I genuinely was like, how the fuck is there 2 hours left of this? And yeah, so I think there's a lot to like in this, but I did think it was a bit of a slog.
I'm not going to come out and say, actually, you're wrong. This is a masterpiece. This is incredible. Yeah. I don't think this is great, but I didn't hate it. I surprisingly enjoyed quite a few elements of it.
Yeah.
More than I was expecting. I was expecting another The Shining experience where I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe because I don't have that much prior experience to this story, and it's been years since I saw that nostalgic episode. So like most of it has just like completely. I know about the flying meatball monsters at the end. I know there's a plane. That was it. So when I was going through it, I was genuinely like kind of intrigued. It's like, okay, like it's quite goofy.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the time, but I thought it kind of works. I'm not sure. I thought it was alright. Surprisingly,
It's good.
I thought it was going to be way harsher on this.
I know you said you were not going to tell Joe he's wrong. I will. I thought this is great.
Yeah, really.
I really liked it.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't expecting that.
Okay, I'm in between. I don't think it's great or anything.
Oh no, I'm not going to say like this is like the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, no, this has like.
But I was surprised by how much I liked it.
Yeah, no, it has this like very specific atmosphere. Like specifically when they land, I really quite like. I like the stuff on the plane like quite a bit, and I thought like, oh, they're gonna land and stuff. But like when it has like real quiet moments of when it's in the air, I was just like, okay, I'm actually like kind of intrigued at like where this is going. I like the mystery. It's
got like quite a few detractors. Like there are things that I do genuinely dislike about it.
Yeah.
But a lot of the building blocks, I think, like, there were scenes where I was just, like, genuinely feeling quite tense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is not what I remembered. I remembered this being just, like, funny bad.
Yeah.
But, like, also having, like, a neat idea of time travel in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just maturity on my end, but... not to say that you're immature because you didn't like it.
I'm not even going to say I didn't like it. It's just.
Oh, look at him retracting already.
I think it was really fucking good, actually. No.
If you said you like Bring Her Back, Joe would be silent.
I would have bit my tongue and been like, "Oh, actually, yeah, it's good."
Be true to yourself.
No, it's not that I think it's bad. I wonder how I would have felt if I'd not read the book before.
That's
and in a weird way, because it's not like Christine, where it's a 700-page book and it's so condensed. I'm just like, oh, there's lots of the book I wish was there. This is the opposite, where it's like I've read the book and this is a 1-for-1, but it's kind of a 1-for-1 for fault. Like the aspects I like, I think the acting is great. Like the characterization, I really like.
I think some of the acting is great.
Interesting. Okay, and I
know what you mean.
But like when it gets to the end and it gets like really ethereal, I love the way that's written, and that didn't really translate for me. I know everyone criticizes the meatball monsters, but I'll give it to them. That's exactly how they're described in the book.
That wasn't a criticism. I think they look fucking awesome. I love this specific era of... It's very easy to criticize these special effects, but I think, for me personally, they age like wine. I love this specific...
How many polygons do they have?
It was incredible. They're so smooth. It looks like PS2. It's...
I think the animation on them is genuinely quite strong. It is just... It wasn't really...
Yeah.
The rendering is
just... I just see like a lot of like people online and they try to emulate this specific aesthetic of computer generated imagery. So seeing it just like sort of done sort of naturally, I think it sort of heightens the unreality of it. Like, it sort of draws me in. Every time it came on, I was just like, oh fuck yeah, man.
Yeah,
get those meatballs chewing that building.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I can't remember what other Stephen King story it was where I kind of said like, so I think Stephen King is a fantastic writer, but sometimes what I want from him is not what he wants from himself. Mm-hmm. He has a very specific like way of doing things. And I think the story is great, and I loved reading it, but I'd give this criticism to the book as well of like the over-explanation of the Langoliers, like description-wise.
Okay.
Because like this gets very ethereal, borderline like Lovecraftian in the book.
Really?
Yeah, in terms of just like how it describes
I guess it makes
things.
sense for like the concept of it.
Exactly, and to be fair, like the way they translate it, I think they did as best as they could. But I don't know, it just didn't. It just wasn't working for me. Mm. I think that the length didn't help, but like I was excited to rewatch it.
Yeah,
and
another thing I would criticize is that it is quite drawn out.
Yeah, and it's like I don't want to say it should be like 1 hour, like Timekeepers of Eternity, which we'll talk about, because I like when it's a bit like when mysteries like let the tension build and stuff. But there are some scenes where I'm like, we could speed this up a bit.
I do think a 2-hour cut would be perfect.
Yeah. Which is why I watched the VHS, right? I'll say this now. So I'm the only person here who's watched it twice for this, am I?
Yeah. I mean, I've watched Timekeepers.
Yeah, but so have I, so that would be 3 times. Yeah, so I watched original cut. Sorry.
No, brag about it.
Yeah.
Garen had to watch Carrie like 20 times.
That's fair. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you watched Carrie so many times.
It was really sad when the Langoliers got the blood poured on them.
Fucking spaghetti and meatballs.
I can't wait to tell you about Langoliers the musical for 30 minutes.
You can kind of do it though. It's all on a plane.
We'll come back to that.
What?
We'll come back to
There's
that.
not a Langoliers
No, there's
musical.
not a Langoliers musical. It's my idea.
Oh,
We'll lay
okay.
it down.
Okay.
Yeah, so I watched the full
Patent
3
pending.
hours. Yeah, I watched the full 3 hours last week. Then I watched Timekeepers of Eternity, which we'll talk about like the details of that. But it's an hour cut version, very like an experimental cut
Yeah.
made by someone. And then yesterday, I got home from work and I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch the 2 hour cut because the VHS I've got, because I've got a VHS collection for Stephen King, says on the back runtime 120 minutes, and we talked about this, didn't we?
Yeah.
I remember you looked at it like last time we were in my bedroom and said about how, oh, it must be edited down like Salem's Lot is, because there's a Salem's Lot version that's a bit cut down.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, watch this, and then I'll have a 1 hour version, a 2 hour version, a 3 hour version. Yesterday I was watching this and it was carrying on, and then I got to like an hour and a half in and I was thinking, they can't end this in half an hour. There's way too much they'd have to cut out of the back half of this. And then that just kept happening, and it got to the point where I was like, 2 minutes left, and they were like still in the airport. I was like, oh no. So yeah, it's
Imagine
it's
though, just
uh,
like at the 2 hour mark, just credits.
well, that's why I watched the whole thing, because I was genuinely like, what if it's like 2.5 hours? What if there is something edited out? But no, it's a full 3 hour version. I guess it's a typo in my VHS, because I found another VHS online that says 3 hours, so but mine says 120 minutes. So
If there is
Yeah.
a 2 hour cut out there, please get in touch with us and let us know. We can make Joe watch it again.
I mean, maybe it would make me appreciate it more. Maybe like that would have been better. I don't know, but it didn't
Were you
exist.
very annoyed watching it? Because
Honestly,
I can imagine you like getting through that. Do you think that's contributed to?
maybe, I don't know. I think especially because I watched Timekeepers of Eternity, it didn't really help.
Yeah.
Yeah, after
So,
going
like-
from that, which is
Yeah.
like really condensed.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. I just want to make it clear. I have not watched Timekeepers of Eternity.
Which is
That's
which
fair.
is weird because I think you would genuinely really get on board with it.
We talked about it because I showed you a
I came
bit.
over the other day when we were recording First Time Flyers, and you just had it on the background. I thought it was just an old Doctor Who episode.
Yeah, and I said to you at the time that my opinion, I wasn't really sure what to think.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I said to you yesterday after I finished it that it won me over.
Yeah.
And I actually really liked how
Yeah,
it was
because
done.
like a couple of people I was following on Letterboxd reviewed it very highly. So considering I surprisingly like the 3 hour version, I'll definitely check out the
Yeah.
1 hour.
I think you should. I think you'd get a lot out of it.
I think when I showed it to you, I didn't explain it. Because I showed it to you and you were like, why does it look like this? And you did. I forgot that you didn't know about like the paper thing.
Yeah, I hadn't started watching it yet, so the
yeah.
paper motif didn't like hit me. I was just like, okay, that's a choice.
We'll
Yeah.
we'll come back.
We'll talk
to
about that later. So The Langoliers was featured in 4 Past Midnight, which is a collection of novellas written by Stephen King in 1980.
I've heard of him.
Oh, yeah, apparently. It's Richard Bachman's alias. Or whatever. As he wrote those novellas between 1988 and 1989. This was published, 4 Past Midnight was published September 24th, 1990 by Viking. September 24th.
Okay.
It's not my birthday.
No.
No.
I
Close.
was gonna make a 9/11 joke. I'm sorry.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry, I forgot about the other thing that happened in
Happens in
September.
September.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 2 things that happen in September.
Yeah.
Well, 3 things.
What's the other one?
When it ends and you got to wake the guy up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And the inevitable discourse of, like, you can't joke about that, his dad died. It's like, okay. Sorry.
Do you remember?
Yeah, wait. That's the 21st night of September, isn't it? Damn.
Yeah.
Nope, 24th, just a normal day in September. By Viking.
Since we are just on the topic of 9/11, I'm just going to bring this up as a very bizarre non sequitur. No one's going to know what I am referring to, but that's fine.
Even us.
I mean, I've talked to you about it a little bit yesterday, so you might know, but no one will fucking know what I'm talking about.
Are you part of Al Qaeda?
Were you there?
Are you there? It would have gone down differently.
It would have gone down differently if I was there. Let's just say that. I have been watching Slop this past week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have.
And the last thing I'd watched before I put on the Langoliers
Oh, it's for your uni friends.
was a film called The President Goes to Heaven, which is this god-awful, like, zero-budget movie about the president going to heaven and having to deny that he had involvement in the 1/11 terrorist attacks. Not the 9/11 terrorist attacks. That's copyrighted. It's 1/11.
When did this come out?
2011.
Oh.
Wow.
That's
the
gonna be...
10-year anniversary as
Oh,
well.
damn.
Damn.
And going from that, and all the other slop I watched, like Finding Jesus and Spy Mate, and Sir Billy, Mongolian Death.
Okay,
Yeah.
again, like how Joe angrily watching another 3-hour edit of not Tommy Dockers, of Langoliers. Do you think this contributed to your general like of the Langoliers?
Maybe.
Because it's just like, oh, here's some composition, here's some actual actors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my literal thought was just like, oh damn, this is a real movie.
Yeah.
And then you saw Mulholland Drive.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, back to the slot mines.
I will say,
I'm kidding, I love David.
just one of my favorite parts of just doing this podcast is just our bits that we get out of it. I did really like our bit in the cinema yesterday when there were like 3 different plane ads, and we just kept saying, "Oh, it's the Langoliers."
I'm gonna say that every time I have meatballs now.
Go to Subway.
Right.
Yeah, carry on with your book.
So yeah, it was September 11th, 1990. September 24th, 1990 by Viking. So it's 4 past midnight, with the Langoliers being 1 past midnight. Because
Are they all like
just
time travel themed?
See, I don't know, because it's Secret Window, Secret Garden is 2 past midnight. Then the Library's Policeman
Okay, I know Secret
and
Window
the
is,
Sundog. Okay, I don't know. I've not
I
read or
know
seen
Johnny
any of those.
Depp's in it.
Yeah, I wish he'd time
it's
travel
that
15
one.
minutes of the past.
Okay, we'll have to. That'll be sucks when we talk about it. That will suck. When we talk.
Be suck that will.
I don't think we got that one planned.
Well, we have to eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, in the introduction to Langoliers, Stephen King talks about how he gets ideas.
Oh yeah, baby, come on! He
Let's
was
go.
bench lifting a fucking plane.
Viv, make sure we're recording. I don't want another bag of bones.
No, we got this.
No.
Okay, cool.
Right, I'm just kind of sorry to disappoint. So he talks about how he gets ideas to I'm trying to struggle to read my own handwriting. So he talks about how ideas come to him all the time, and I thought this was really interesting. He never writes them down.
He doesn't write them down.
He doesn't write them down.
That's like the Beatles method of like songwriting.
Really?
Well, kind of.
Oh, interesting.
Well, they write a tune together, and then like if they remember it like the day after, they knew it's a good song.
I just thought it was interesting because obviously we're all creative people, and
Is
we're
that
all.
how is that how Paul wrote
Maxwell Silverhammer.
No. I'm forgetting the name of it.
Wild Honey Pie?
No.
My dog.
Oh, what,
my
temporary
dog.
secretary?
Yeah, I was thinking paperback writer, but it's just like no.
Okay, carry on. You don't know this. Oh, no, I showed you temporary secretary.
Which one's that? You
You
probably did.
Yeah.
I can only think about the dog in the window one.
Oh,
My
it's
dog's in a hot
okay
car.
to leave a dog in a hot
That-
car.
I'll
yeah.
cut this out. I'll just play it very quickly.
Yeah, King doesn't write them down, which I thought was really interesting because we're creatives, and I myself have said about like I write any idea that comes to mind down to
Yeah.
revisit, but he sees it as a practice of like self-preservation on the ideas part. So
I kind of see what he's
Yeah,
going for.
the
I
i-
don't write everything down.
exactly, his idea is like, well, the bad ideas fade. Would like sometimes he'll like remember gems, and he'd be like randomly remember an idea that he thinks is really good.
My mind is cooked. I could not do that.
Yeah, I mean this is like the 80s, 90s. So,
Yeah.
you know, it was, yes, he might have been on cocaine or something, but like he didn't have brain rot like he does now.
Yeah, we have like digital like cocaine addiction at
Yeah,
this point.
definitely. But
I think it's a skill issue. I can remember all my ideas that I haven't written
So
down.
every single one.
Every single one.
Okay, that's cool.
fair.
Yeah.
That's
What
good.
if our house was haunted?
Got that one at the gym.
What if you're in a plane?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the idea for the Langoliers came from an image that King imagined of a woman pressing her hand on the cracked wall of a commercial jetliner. Now, King avoided the story because he knew nothing about planes. But he kept remembering the image, and to the point where one night he was lying in bed, and it kept him up, and he actually like fully got out of bed and just sat on the edge of his bed for like a little bit thinking about it. I really like this bit. He says he thought of the woman as a ghost.
Of course.
And the next day he started writing Langoliers. But I think that's really funny considering that's like there's
Nothing.
no ghosts or anything in this.
Ah,
I'm sure he meant it metaphorically.
What's his wife's name?
Tabitha?
Yeah, I almost said Tamara. Tabitha.
Tamara Malcolm.
Tabitha.
God, imagine being married to this man. It's like, oh fuck, here he goes again. He's just at the side of the bed, just like, write it.
Yeah.
What if she was a ghost? Okay, honey.
All right.
I do think Stephen King is not fond of flying in general. I can't remember what other story we've done, but I remember in research for one of the other books, he talked about like, or maybe it was just when I listened to the On Riding audiobook.
Yeah.
Where he there's a section where he talks about like during the productions of one of his adaptations, he was like driving back and forth rather than taking a plane.
Oh, okay.
So I do think he's not fond of flying, or at least wasn't at the time. So makes sense. I can kind of see the image that he's describing of like, can you imagine like being on a plane and there just being a crack in the wall? Again, that would be fucking terrifying.
I suppose so. It's kind of interesting to know that got retained in the final thing.
No, I think that's the
Did he change it to a crack in the universe?
I guess so. That's a cool way of thinking of
Stephen
it.
Moffat, you hack.
Yeah, stolen from the Langoliers.
Oh yeah, it's not the one on my VHS. I'm thinking of the poster where it's like the plane on the hand on the plane window.
Yeah,
That kind of gives a similar illusion.
that's the DVD cover I've got.
The DVD cover,
with this logo.
Oh yeah, I want to see the logo.
Oh yeah, let's see. Very
Nice.
cool. I love the font they use in the actual in the film. I think that looks great.
Is it because it's the exact same font they use in Return to Salem's Lot?
Is it?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
It's also the one they use.
Game knows game.
It's also the one they use in Fast and Furious.
Awesome. Which
Really?
one? First one.
All of them.
All of
Damn.
them?
All of them.
No, they don't use them in 5, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, at least on the posters and the ones I've seen. I've not seen like Fast and Furious Go to Space or.
Okay. Well, I like the color combination. I like the yellow and the red. I think it looks cool. Very striking on the horizon.
Yeah. So I'm just looking at the VHS cover. It's
I
kind
think
of
that looks awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel
It
about
looks
it.
a
I
bit
think it's
dark,
a bit. Yeah,
but-
it's too dark, but you know, I can see what it is. It's just a plane and then the crack of the sky vagina. But, you know,
Have you
it's pretty
seen a
cool.
vagina?
Yeah, that's what they look like. Have you?
It didn't look like that.
Yeah.
I see one every day, baby.
Yeah. Yours looks like that.
Yeah. They said it looked normal when it was done.
Do you ever have the guy flying into it? Oh my god, it's beautiful!
Exactly.
I think that would be so romantic.
And then his watch falls off.
I thought he was Australian for so long.
Me too.
I know,
No,
but
me,
he's just
me as well.
English.
Alright, mate.
Yeah, I know,
My
but then
note-
he's just like, oh, that English gentleman. I'm just like, what?
My note on him just says Australia.
I guess
They should have got Danny Dyer.
Yeah, oh god. Can you imagine if Danny Day was in this?
Alright, mate. All good with your popcorn.
I don't miss that
Geezer.
cinema. I've already said I really love this book. I don't love the Langoliers design, just not even in how like the film shows it, just like in the way it's described in the book.
I'm curious, how is it described in the book?
Let me see if I highlighted
It's
it.
exactly how it's described, right?
It's very like the way that they are in the
From my research on
Yeah.
the visual effects, they're just like they stuck to it like to a T.
Yes, they really did. Let me see. Here it is. I'll just read the paragraph here. At first there were only two shapes, one black and one dark tomato red. Are they balls? His mind asked doubtfully. Could they be balls? Something actually seemed to click.
A lot of
In the
phallic imagery in
Yeah,
this.
there is. In the centre of his head, and they were balls. Sort of like beach balls, but balls which rippled and contracted, and then expanded again, as if he was seeing them through a heat haze. And he says they came bowling out of the
Yeah, I would think they were, because they're not organic, but they kind of, well, because
I think the visual effects do
Yeah, they-
help with that. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
They-
feel normal.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's not a bad way of interpreting it.
Yeah.
It's more just
how do they describe the teeth?
Like a ball with teeth.
Like a ball with teeth. Yeah, he's not romantic with the imagery. He's
Balls,
very like,
vagina, a plane, kind
Yeah,
of looks
exactly,
like,
yeah,
like a
exactly.
penis.
it's like Doctor Strangelove, and it's like sexual imagery. It's like
Yeah.
really getting down to like the Freudian psychoanalysis of it
Yeah.
all.
The toaster in something that could be a sex thing.
Is that in Langoliers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he puts
he
a toaster
bashes-
in the
Yeah.
blanket.
and then bashes him.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
like,
he
we
does.
used to play Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he broke his brother's arm with it.
Oh yeah, two holes in a toaster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, this is going nowhere.
One in the pink, two in the stink.
exactly.
Oh goddamn, Stephen King, you're one sick fuck.
But then I like how he describes the what they leave behind of like as just blackness and like
it's like
kind
they're
of
eating at the universe.
Yeah, incomprehensible. That's kind of what I would like it to delve into more. That's kind of what won me over with Timekeepers of Eternity, is how they interpret that with the whole paper effect, where the Langoliers just kind of look like torn paper.
Oh really?
Yeah, and like
cool.
It's
obviously
really
when they like eat the world, it's like
tears at it.
tearing the paper. And I was like, okay, that's kind of what I would want out of this. But that's just personal preference. I do love, and this is a positive for the film as well, how like the threat of the Langoliers, especially in the book, like you first hear about the Langoliers like quite early on, like Craig Toomey thinking about them, and just like the whole idea of, oh, it's just something he's made up, but then they keep mentioning it more and more. To the point where like it's weird to think that Stephen King just made up the word Langolier.
Yeah, it's not like
it rolls off the tongue so well.
I think it's a weird word, but I guess it works.
Yeah. They also mentioned Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
The
it
one you
feels very
said.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Brian started to tell him he had once seen something just like that on an old Twilight Zone episode. So
Yeah.
yeah.
A
about
lot
the
of
whole
Stephen
plague
King,
thing.
you can draw parallels to like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Twilight Zone.
he's really acknowledging his influences in this.
So you obviously read the book.
Yes.
I assume you read it on your Kindle.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't get this copy, funnily enough, until Christmas Day.
Oh,
So,
that's quite sweet.
Yeah. So
I
it's funny
like the
coincidence.
purple.
I do like the purple. It's not my favourite cover. I get why, because it's just clocks. It's like, oh yeah, 4:00 It's not my favourite cover compared to some of the other collection covers, but it works. I do like the colour scheme. I like the purple.
Do you regret not listening to the audiobook?
Yes.
Do you know who reads the audiobook?
It's not Stephen himself, is it?
No. Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so good.
Yeah.
If I ever revisit this, which I could see myself
They were
revisiting
balls.
this.
Based on what you're saying about the book, I might.
Honestly,
I might.
yeah. I really like the book. I was thinking, kind of a tangent, but I was thinking about trying an audiobook for next week's.
Ooh.
Because it's an actor who's been in a bunch of Stephen King things who reads it.
Are they in said film?
No.
Okay.
No.
We'll come back to that
We'll
at the end.
We'll come back to it. But yeah, so overall, very positive experience with the book. I really liked it. And quite a simple
Willem
book.
Dafoe's not in any Stephen King adaptations, is he?
Not that I know off the top of my head.
Shame he'd be great in one of them.
Yeah.
He's great at everything.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah, it'd be a nice little spice to it.
Yeah.
But at least we get to bring him up because he did the audiobook.
Yeah, I didn't find that out until afterwards. Genuinely, if I had, I probably would have. Because my brother has been paying for Audible for like half a year and he doesn't use the credits. And I fully said to him, like, do you want to cancel it? It's like, no. It's like, oh, can I use them? Yeah. It's like, oh, fair enough then.
Cool.
So I wish I'd known. I probably would have listened to it.
How do you feel about the time travel depiction in the actual book?
It's hard because I spoke to you about this yesterday briefly, where I was just like, how the fuck does he reach that conclusion?
Yeah,
It's
like
very
quite a big
creative,
leap.
but yeah.
because like I actually like I know some people find that sort of deduction in stories to be kind of obnoxious.
I like that deduction in stories. I've said we did for First Time Flyers, we did an episode on Sherlock, and I spoke about how much I really like mysteries and like characters working things out. It's more just, it's a bit of a leap, but also I like that all his deductions are kind of just theories. Like he even says, like, this is one possibility. I like what it does at the end.
I like it more when they are proven wrong with certain things, and this he is just right every time.
Yeah, that's the thing though. It'd be interesting if it's just like, oh, it could be this, but it's like, no, this is what it is. Literally, because of the conclusion with the 15 minutes of them being in the future or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's being proved just like, oh, he was just right the whole time.
Yeah,
I'd rather it does sort of like skirt the lines of like still holding some mysteries, like Girl Shining and fucking the meatballs and like what they actually are.
Yeah.
I like them not explaining that.
Yeah.
But like with stuff like that, I can kind of see it. But
I do really like.
I do like that it does come back at the end. I do think that's kind of fun.
Just speaking of the deductions, I do like how he reaches conclusions of like what happens to them on the plane and not everyone else. And things like that. But yeah, it's the time travel bit. I love the concept of this time travel where like if you go into the past there's just nothing there.
Yeah,
like
that's why
everything
I find it so
moves
eerie.
forward and eventually it just fades.
Yeah, that's why I actually quite like about it. The fact that everything, Because like nothing's creepier to me than just like emptiness.
It's very liminal.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
like,
literally liminal space.
Yeah, so like them like sort of traveling in that sort of environment, I do find genuinely quite creepy. Yeah. And just like the description of the lack of smell or like sound, I think that's just like that's really cool.
Yeah,
I really enjoy like different interpretations of how time travel works. Like, so I there's a lot of like cause and effect time travel. A lot where it's like, oh, this is a fixed point in time. Everything like rotates
Garen, you'd
around
love DC's Legends of
I was going
Tomorrow.
to say, we talked about this. By the time this comes out, our episode on First Implies about Legends Tomorrow.
I've seen a couple episodes. I didn't really get on board with it for the long haul, though.
Nah, I don't think it'd be your thing.
No. It's really funny, though. Gorilla Grodd tries to kill Barack Obama.
Barack Obama!
you see that good.
To make America grog again.
I did actually see on YouTube yesterday, I was going to send this to you. I don't know why I didn't. It was just DC uploaded like 20 minutes of Legends of Tomorrow being completely unhinged.
Really? That's a funny coincidence.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about companies doing those. Those should be for the fans.
It's just James there on his laptop. Let's upload this.
Yeah.
But no, I agree with you, though. It's cool to see a different interpretation. Because I like when time travel stories deal with like linear, the past affecting the future. But to see something where it's just like kind of there is no past.
Yeah, it's just something to be destroyed.
Yeah.
And the future is just something waiting for you to be there.
Yeah, waiting for it to happen.
Rather than it being like actual like things that occurred.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's only the present. I think that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, and it's nice to sort of see Steven do a more sci-fi concept.
Yeah.
I know it's not the only time he does it. You know, we will get on to certain ones, some of them quite soon. But it's very different to Carrie. You know, there's somebody with essentially The Shining, I guess, in this, but no, it's nice to see that he's like doing different things.
It's still like following a lot of the same tropes that he often does, like obviously like a group of people.
Yeah, a group of misfits, like don't quite gel together in a location, moving between locations, but that's just like plot.
But like the DVD I've got just says like fear has reached a new altitude.
That's cool.
I don't think this is. I mean, I think that's a neat tagline, but also I don't think it fits. I don't think it's scary at all.
Oh, I think this concept is terrifying. I wouldn't say the adaptation.
Oh, because it's planes.
Like, yeah, well, it's not just that, but like.
Can't wait for Stephen King's book about windows.
Oh no! Oh, is that what Secret Window is about?
No. But yeah, no, just like it's just one you genuinely like. That's nice.
What?
Oh, the book.
The book. Oh, sorry. I forgot what we were talking about.
The book.
No, yeah, it's nice to see. As someone who's like, I've read each of the books we're talking about. This is definitely the most unique one. Yeah.
Did this have positive reviews on Storygraph? I know you don't use Goodreads, but
I don't, and more people are jumping off Goodreads, which is good. I'm glad people are finally.
What finally pushed people?
I actually don't know. I see a lot of it around New Year's of people being like, "We're leaving Goodreads behind in 2026," but I don't think it's any new issues. I think it's just everything's accumulated, and people are like, "No, we need to."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are they?
people still use Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't believe they will. I personally never use Goodreads. Not even out of a fuck Amazon thing, because unfortunately I do pay for Amazon Prime. And I said about my brother having Audible. But like, I don't know. Goodreads has the same problem. Goodreads is like...
Well, Joe's soapbox.
It's just... It's hard to describe. You know how you were pissed off that people were rating Animal Farm based on the trailer? Yeah. Goodreads is like that, where I'll go on and people for authors I like. So, for example, one of my favorite authors, Adam Silvera, he's got a book series coming out. The last book doesn't come out until I think next year, and there's people reviewing it 5 stars, being like, "So excited to read this." It's like that's not what it's fucking for. And like, I know it doesn't matter, but it does.
If I had it my way, I would just have a letterbox for literally everything. I would have a letterbox for every time I pissed and shit.
No, I do love tracking things. For reference, I gave Langoliers a 4-star.
I think that app that Meg recommended we download, where we all like read around the campfire. I genuinely think they should do that with its like pooping.
Yeah,
pooping pals.
Pooping pals.
You can make pooping pals.
Don't put it on record, man.
It's fine. We can edit it out.
Yeah.
Or by the time this episode goes out, we'll have already made the app.
We're already 2 weeks, damn.
Oh, I mean, what do we have to program? Pooping?
That's true.
It's just
No, that's a good point.
stand here.
It's just a pooping button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a drag and
Currently
drop.
pooping.
Just click the button to say you're pooping, and then you're done.
Yeah. Then you review your poop.
Out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
Out of 5, would you rate your poops out of 5 stars? Because I know you don't rate on Letterboxd, but would you want pooping
Or would
pals?
you just like your poops?
I would like my poops because, like, you know, an opinion on a poop can involve like a film.
Yeah.
It's just like you don't want to like.
You look back on that poop and like, actually,
No, I was wrong about this. Which I know people do it differently because obviously people are comfortable just like, oh, I felt this at this period of time, but I'm very bad at putting numerically how I feel about something even in a given time.
Well, that's what I've started doing, because I was like you before. I didn't review things, but I've changed that now, and it was partly you, Garrett, who like kind of convinced me. Like just looking at your old reviews or like seeing other people
You've gone through my old reviews?
All of them, yeah. No, I'm joking. I don't know, just like seeing like you review a movie twice but giving it 2 different scores.
Yeah.
And just realizing like, oh yeah, this shit's not fixed. Like this is how you felt about it that day at that time.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, but it's really
to it.
embarrassing when you give something bad like 4 and then you go back and just like, oh, this is like a 2 actually.
Yeah, but I've done that.
But, you know,
I stand by my opinions.
people do change.
It's embarrassing though.
Yeah,
when you get caught up in the hype of something.
Well, like
Yeah,
when Chris
but
Stuckford gave
that's a
amazing,
good thing, because then you can sort of like retroactively acknowledge like
But you're saying like you gave something bad a 4, but that means you enjoyed it.
I think it's different when you get caught up in the hype of something.
That's fair. I mean, I'm saying this as someone who like famously will
This is
alter my opinions.
I just want to say this is a non-issue.
Yeah.
I see. That's where we're different. I kind of like accept my mistakes from the past and I let them be out there.
I'm more for. I don't want to document everything.
You just want to be perceived as being great all the time. Yeah.
It's
Much like Langoliers, I'm only in the present. The past needs to be eaten up by meatballs.
You got any further thoughts on the book?
I just wanted to say I actually finished it Christmas Day, not Boxing Day, which surprised me. I gave it 4 stars. The average rating on Storygraph is 3.8. So overall, people seem fairly positive, unless it's like only 5 stars and 1 stars. Most people seem to be.
The best things on planet Earth are either rated like at the same time, like 5. Like if it's like a fucking bowl of ratings, that's when they're really good because they have a very strong reaction in either end.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking sucks when it's just kind of like a hill,
bell curve. And
it's like
2.0,
and it's just like okay.
But no, I nearer to 4. That's pretty good. I mean, this is the whole problem as well, kind of with Goodreads and Storygraph, of just it's the best thing I've ever read. It's got 3.5 stars, and then if it's got like less than 3. Oh, it's going to be the worst thing you've ever read.
Is that for just Langoliers, or was that for 4 past
That was
Midnight
just
Soul?
for Langoliers.
Okay.
Yeah. That's one thing Storygraph does really well, is you go off the editions. So they'll separate, like, you could separate short stories, especially if they've had their own publication. In terms of 4 Past Midnight as a whole, let me have a look, out of curiosity. Yeah, 4 Past Midnight seems like pretty positive. A lot of people in the actual comments of the reviews saying that Secret Window is the worst. So can't wait to read that.
And watch it.
What are the other 2 stories?
The Library Policeman and The Sundog. Which I have a separate copy of The Sundog I also got for Christmas. Just funny because I've never heard of that one and I don't believe it's been adapted.
No.
So we'll get to eventually when we adapt it.
Yeah.
We're going to adapt all the ones that haven't been adapted. We're going to
do Rage.
I really want to read Rage one day.
Okay, so if we go into the production of this, first thing I do want to mention, can you believe this was directed by Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was himself. Yeah. Tom Holland, massive, right on the back of the cover.
He was only like, what year did this come out?
95.
He was like less than a year old? No, he was like before he was born.
He was a fetus.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so talented.
Yeah. Well done. Well done. Obviously, this is not that Tom Holland. This is the same Tom Holland who directed Fright Night, Child's Play, and another King adaptation that we will get to later on, Thinner.
Ooh.
Yeah. As far as production, though, it was produced through Richard P. Rubenstein's company, Laurel Entertainment, which is a company that was co-founded by George A. Romero.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And obviously George A. Romero, Stephen King, they had a good working relationship.
They kissed each other sometimes. It was beautiful.
They did. Yeah. I think I've already spoken before about the time I met George A. Romero. What a lovely man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They optioned the story in 1992. Richard P. Rubenstein thought it would make for a good popcorn movie. They had previously worked on King adaptations such as Creepshow, Creepshow 2, Tales from the Dark Side the movie, Golden Years, and The Stand. They would also do one more after this, The Night Flyer. They also chose this one right after The Stand because they thought it'd be lighter than The Stand, which is quite heavy from my understanding.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But Rubenstein was the exec producer on this. The official producer was David R. Capps, who worked on the 2000s miniseries of Dune and the Children of Dune miniseries that followed that up.
The Sci-Fi Channel ones?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen Children. I've seen most of Dune.
How was it?
It was okay. I think...
Better or worse than David Lynch's?
For the book, it sticks closer to the book.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think there's really any point in it now having the Denis Villeneuve one, other than just like, oh, this is a neat curiosity of the 2000s. But I think I've only seen the first 2 parts. It's 3 parts to it.
The most obnoxious person on planet Earth is just like, actually, it's the best one.
Yeah. I mean, it might be. I haven't seen that final part.
I say I haven't not seen it, and I'm going to change my mind when I actually see it.
I think it's Winston Churchill from Doctor Who is the Baron.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I could see that.
I don't know in Children of Dune, it's James McAvoy.
Yeah. James McAvoy?
What?
James McAvoy, yeah. I think he plays Timothy Chalamet's son.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. The teleplay for the Langoliers, though, was also written by Tom Holland. Again, not Spider-Man. Do you want to do your Tom Holland Spider-Man voice?
Oh! That's very close to my nostalgic voice.
You do. You have one cool phrase. The director of photography on this is Paul Maybaum, who worked on like 80-something episodes of Sons of Anarchy.
Damn.
Yeah. He's also the director of photography on one movie that's in my collection at home.
Oh, really? Like on your wheel?
Slappy and the Stinkers. Which, hey, we're gonna get around to watching that at some point.
Yeah, we'll put it on the wheel.
Yeah.
And we'll spin that fucker.
Have you seen it before?
No.
Oh, so it is on the wheel?
Yeah.
Nice.
I saw the cover of it, and I was like, this looks hilarious. It's got Jennifer Coolidge and a seal in it.
Oh, that sounds incredible.
Yeah.
Who's Slappy and who's the Stinkers?
I think Slappy is the seal, and the Stinkers are the kids.
Oh, okay.
It's like a
And then she's
Sandlot
just
sort of
Jennifer
thing.
Coolidge.
She's just Jennifer Coolidge.
She's the voice of Slappy. I don't know. I'm assuming the seal does not speak, but I haven't seen the movie.
Just Jennifer Coolidge, just like pretending to be a seal.
Maybe it's the
No
exact
offense.
same as Minecraft. She falls in love with the seal.
Your head is huge.
I love Jennifer Coolidge.
I
I
fucking
hope
love
she's in a
Jennifer
Stephen King
Coolidge.
adaptation that we don't know about.
Oh,
That
yeah.
would be so good.
Could you imagine if we get to like...
We'll
I
get
don't
her
know,
on Sundog.
Jennifer Coolidge as Carrie's mother.
Carrie!
Carrie White.
Carrie, what?
And Eve was weak.
You're cooking too close to the sun.
Sorry.
No, I love
We need
that.
another remake of Carrie.
Let's make it again. Mike, fucking
Fuck off.
scrap the whole thing.
We do love Samantha Slyan, but I'm sorry, Jennifer
Yeah.
Coolidge. Come on. The music for this is by Vladimir Horunji, who worked on the Rugrats movie,
Yo.
doing additional music, and also additional music on Children of the Corn 666, Isaac's Return.
Yes.
There's
So-
600 of them. Sick. So we'll see him again.
Yeah, we'll get to him eventually. Edited by Ned Bastille, who's worked on 2 of the greatest movies of the 2000s, those being Norbit and Meet Dave.
Hell yeah.
I've never seen Meet Dave.
Have you seen Norbit?
I have seen Norbit.
I have seen both.
Yeah?
Have you?
Which
Yeah.
one's better?
Meet Dave is better because it's got Shirley from Community
Ah,
in it.
cool.
Oh, okay.
But Norbit does have... Norbit's title card goes really hard.
Is it?
I don't
Is it like
remember the title card.
Long Walk, where it's like 30 minutes in?
No, I think
After
it's...
someone can execute it.
It's so weird because it's like a comedy. It's like one of those like early
Yeah.
mid-2000s like wacky comedies. So you'd think it's just like the title, but it's like a long stretch of road and a car drives past and it just illuminates the words Norbit briefly, and it's
It's
really
kind of like
cool.
Long Walk. There's a road.
There's a road.
Road, yeah. Production design for this is Evelyn Sakash. I don't know many of the stuff she worked on except The Big Green, the football movie, or for the
No.
Americans, a soccer movie.
Not familiar.
No. Yeah. I don't really have many more notes on the crew, but as far as the cast goes, David Morse is Captain Brian Engel. We will see him again
Yeah.
Yes.
We will.
in the Green Mile. He's also in the Hurt Locker. My note on him when I first saw him was just like, he looks exactly like halfway between Nick Frost and Simon Pegg.
He does. Yeah.
I think he has a very kind face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
He looks like a nice man.
I would
He
trust
is.
him.
Mm-hmm. He has a very calm demeanor about him, which I think really suits the pilot.
Yeah. And
character.
I was really thankful when this started, I saw the two pilots talking to each other. That's a good sign.
That is a great sign. I love when I was getting on the plane, I took a photo of the cabin too, and just be like, I hope they're chatting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This does feel like something that Nathan Fielder would do. It's like, we're going to send them through a wormhole, study the effects.
So we made everyone disappear to study the psychological effects of putting them through a wormhole.
Here's your avatar. You got to use the Fielder method to study them. Yeah. Mark Lindsay Chapman as Nick Hopewell.
He plays John Lennon.
in Chapter 27.
Did they cast him because his name is Mark?
I don't
Chapman?
know. I don't know. Surely.
Do you know
Because
who
I don't
plays,
think he
do you know who
looks...
plays his killer?
So he plays John Lennon.
Yeah, do you know who plays the killer?
Yeah, I think you've told me before, but I don't remember.
Jared Leto.
Oh yeah, no, we talked about this the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one where Jared Leto just like put on so much weight he got gout or something?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he did. Why?
I feel it's gotta be they gotta cast him because of his name. Right?
Yeah.
He doesn't look like John Lennon.
Maybe it's like fucking insane, like metafiction shit.
But why would they cast him because of his name? Am I forgetting?
Do you know
it?
who plays? Not
His name is Mark Lindsay Chapman.
Yeah.
The person who shot John Lennon was Mark David Chapman?
Yeah.
Oh, Jared Leto plays John Lennon.
No.
No, he plays the shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mark Lindsay Chapman plays John Lennon.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be so weird if they did cast him because of his name. Yeah.
Massive coincidence, probably.
Yeah. Also, I did not know this existed. He was apparently in the 90s Swamp Thing series.
Oh, there you
I
go.
didn't know there was a series in the
know.
90s. I knew there was the Wes Craven movie and a sequel, and I knew there was the 2010 series.
Yeah.
Didn't know there was anything else.
He's in Titanic.
He is, yes. We got Patricia Wettig as Laurel Stevenson. She's in the City Slickers movies with Billy Crystal, I think.
I've seen it. But sure.
She's also in Prison Break. I think she's the president in Prison Break.
Sick. Good for her.
Lady President. I mean, you'll see her again when you get to that on your other podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
Kate
Prison
Mabley
Break.
Yeah.
as Dinah Bellman. She's in Finding Neverland and the Francis Ford Coppola Secret Garden movie.
Finding Neverland, the Michael Jackson documentary?
No, the J.M. Barrie one with Johnny Depp.
Oh.
What is this? I've never seen this before.
Well, Finding
Neverland.
Johnny Depp got nominated for an Oscar for
Really?
it, I believe, yeah.
Oh.
What am I thinking
Oh,
of?
it's about the guy who made Peter Pan.
Yeah,
Oh,
J.M.
okay.
Barrie.
That's right. I didn't know who that
What
was.
am I thinking of?
I mean, there was a Michael Jackson documentary.
Called Finding Neverland?
I don't know if it was called It might have been Finding Neverland.
I don't think
Let me Google Finding Neverland. I'm curious.
Okay. While you do that, Dean Stockwell.
Dean Stockwell. I was so happy when he showed up.
Yeah.
Specifically because me and Joe went to see Blue Velvet again for the I did for the umpteenth time. This was Joe's
It was my first time seeing it.
Yeah. I had seen Blue Velvet twice last year. Also, I was like really tired this day, so I didn't go.
Yeah, you're on a long train journey.
Yeah.
So that was great seeing him.
Yeah. He's also in the David Lynch Dune.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. For the record, it's Leaving Neverland.
Leaving Neverland.
Yeah. No, I didn't know. Oh, what's the
It's
actor's
also in
name?
Paris, Texas.
Yeah.
What's the actor's name?
Dean Stockwell.
Oh, Dean Stockwell. Yeah, I didn't know that he was in Blue Velvet until you said.
Yeah.
And then I
He's great in
Yeah.
that.
He's got a great face.
Yeah.
He's got those good lines.
Yeah. We got Frankie Faison as Don Gaffney. He's in Coming to America and Do the Right Thing. Christopher Collett from Sleepaway Camp.
Hell yeah.
He's also in like 600 episodes of the Pokemon series.
Yeah, he's in
As-
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Albert Costner.
Oh, is he like a prominent voice actor?
Yeah, he's in
Yeah.
like a load of Sonic and Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff.
If only
Yeah.
Val was here, she'd be like, oh,
I thought when I first saw him, he was the Blue Power Ranger from Mighty Morphin. He looks like him,
Nostalgia
doesn't he?
Critic Ludi made that joke.
Damn.
I thought he's the guy, he's the musician, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. He's the
He
one
looks
who-
like SpongeBob.
He goes kind of, yeah.
You could tell he's a musician because he's got Beethoven written on his shirt.
I thought it said Beefheart, and I thought he was a big Captain Beefheart fan.
That'd be sick.
And that would have been like, damn, man, this guy's got game internet. Like Captain Beefheart.
Oh, what's that band where the father tried to make the daughters sing? And they were like,
shit.
but you know the one I'm on.
Yeah.
That would be
the Shags.
the Shags. Yes. Want to get a Shag shirt?
Yeah.
Kimber Riddle, great name,
Oh,
as
yeah.
Bethany Sims. I couldn't really find anything that she's been in, but you know.
Yeah.
Baxter Harris as Rudy Warwick. He's in Candyman and Scent of a Woman. He's the guy who can't stop thinking about food.
I love him.
Yeah, all he does is sleep and eat.
Yeah.
Good for him.
What a life.
What
Yeah.
a life.
We've got Bronson Pinchot as Craig Toomey. He's in Risky Business and Beverly Hills Cop. We got
Standout performance.
Yes.
yeah, John Griesmeyer from The Crucible and Days of Thunder as his father, Roger Toomey. And then we got two cameos.
Yeah.
Stephen King as Tom Holby, and
Wait, that was Stephen King?
I know.
I don't know.
And
I've never seen anyone that looks like that.
What, just like Stephen King?
He's a very unique looking
No,
man.
he is, to be fair.
And I love it whenever he pops out.
Yeah.
and Tom Holland as Spider-Man. No, he's Harker. He's the guy at the beginning in the car.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Nice.
That's the people who worked on it. This was budgeted somewhere between $3 and $5 million, which today would be somewhere between $6 and $10 million. This would air on ABC on May 14th and 15th, 1995. As far as viewers, I was only able to find the information for episode 1.
Yeah.
So episode 2, it could have tanked, but I don't think it would have. I think the first one is like good
Were they
enough.
not aired simultaneously?
The following day.
Okay.
They did say they were both in the top 5 though.
Oh, so,
So
not much.
I
then.
assume it wasn't a big drop. Part 1 though, 17.5 million viewers.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have
I wasn't
to
expecting
compare the Shining?
I don't. That's in my previous book, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I might. I don't know if I wrote them down, though.
Yeah.
Let me
New
have a
year,
look.
new book.
New
I
year,
do
new book.
apologise.
Why did we do Shining before Carrie? Shining, 1980. Ready Player One. Oh, there we go. Shining, 1997. 19.8 million for part 1.
Okay, so slightly less, but still pretty good.
Yeah. Considering, that's The Shining, and this is
What was Langoliers one?
17.5.
Yeah, fair. So it was part 1, 19.8, part 2, 18.3, and part 3, 18.2. So they did lose 1 million viewers between watching for The Shining.
That's pocket change for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that's a pretty strong turnout, all things considered. Especially with that budget, they did save a lot of the budget by using an actual airport rather than a set.
Yeah.
Obviously, this was filmed at Bangor International
It was
Airport.
actually.
Yeah.
I thought
That's
they
cool.
would have just because I'm guessing it's very difficult to stop planes and just use an airport for filming. I thought they just would have used an abandoned one or something.
Yeah, it's odd. When they're actually in the airport itself, the lounges and whatnot, apparently those are real flyers as extras.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I guess it makes sense. It's just why stop at that point? Just get everyone going.
Yeah.
That's very so I don't know.
Yeah. So quite economical. And as far as the plane goes, that's actually a real plane. They it's a retired one, a Lockheed L1011 TriStar. They cut it up and then took bits.
There you go,
of the
Meg.
set.
If you're listening.
Meg loves planes.
Yeah.
Meg loves planes.
No, she doesn't love planes. She
She
loves
loves
tragedies.
plane crashes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She does, yeah.
Yeah. So when they went to put this into production, Rubinstein had already been working with Tom Holland for a few years at Warner Bros. In making Thinner, which was stuck in development hell. While that was being worked on, they hired him to do this. And then Thinner, they would make that the following year.
Okay. So do you think after this, maybe the success of this led to Thinner happening more? I don't know.
Maybe. Having seen Thinner, it's very different to this.
Okay.
It's
also Tom Holland.
It's also directed by Tom Holland.
Same producers.
I don't know if it's the same producers, but they'd worked together on Thinner before, and then I think the producers went off and did other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Tom Holland still stayed on and did Thinner. I don't want to, we're not going to cover it for a while, so I'll briefly give some of my thoughts on Thinner. I think Thinner is absolute dog shit.
Fair.
So I don't know. But also I remember this being bad when I first watched it.
We'll come back to
But
it.
Thinner I watched
You just need to watch
2 years
Finding
ago.
Jesus before watching Thinner, and then
Yeah,
you'll be like, actually,
Yeah,
this
Finding
is pretty
Jesus
good.
does help.
Just out of context, that's really funny.
Finding Jesus, it might be the worst film I've seen.
Actually,
It's a 30-second animation looped for a whole hour.
that sounds like kind of meditative.
Yeah, but imagine if there's just like an obnoxious I'm an American child voice.
Yeah.
New audio clip unlocked.
And they're just like, you're an octopus, you should find Jesus. He died for our sins.
That's pretty good,
That's
actually.
really good.
Stop trying to sell me this.
It sounds so much better in theory than it does actually experiencing it. I should have listened to Ravi. His review was perfect.
What was it?
Absolute ass.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
And Ravi has actually listened to the podcast now.
Oh, hi, Ravi.
Hi, Ravi, if you're listening.
Hi, Ravi. I don't know you, but thank
You're
you for
replacing
listening.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. Yeah. As soon as we get to Gerald's game, just oh yeah, this is directed by Ravi.
Oh, it's that time with you. Ravi, you did an amazing degloving scene. I want to know all the details.
You actually messaged me on Tumblr about it, funnily enough.
Yeah, so Thinner was bad.
Do you have any other production notes about it?
Yeah, so Stephen King on The Stand, which is what they previously worked on, he was kind of hands-on on that. He was present for 25% of filming.
Okay.
For this, he just watched the first few days of dailies, and he gave some feedback on the script. That was about it. But it filmed between July and September of 1994. Then, obviously, went into post-production for a while because of the visual effects.
The state-of-the-art visual effects.
Which are provided by the New York-based VFX studio Image Design.
Incredible work.
Yeah.
I know I was saying it before. I love how this looks.
It's honestly, I think the plane itself looks really good.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's the same principle as Toy Story, which was around the same time of you're making things that's supposed to look kind of plasticky or
or
metallic. That's what computers do well. I think with the Langoliers themselves, I think they were aiming higher than what they could achieve, but it does give them an otherworldliness that it does.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
I think they look better than their interaction with the rest of the world.
Than say them eating the the rooms or whatever. Yeah, I agree with that.
But then it looks really good in Timekeepers of Eternity.
It really does. To be fair to the guy who made Timekeepers of Eternity.
Yeah. So yeah, do we have any just general thoughts on the film?
We were kind of sprinkling them at the beginning, but I still I'm quite surprised that I did enjoy it as much, but mainly holding on that central mystery that it was kind of playing off. I like how I was sprinkling on. What's the main villain's name?
Toomey? Craig Toomey.
Toomey? Okay, my initial thought was that they were slowly going to all succumb to madness to her. I thought that was happening to the not Australian guy.
Yeah.
When he was starting to be really aggressive with him. I thought it was just it's just them going to slowly start biting at each other. But it just turns out it was him.
Yeah.
He just really wanted to go to Boston, and he was just abused by his dad so bad.
I have a 9 a.m. appointment in Boston.
The entire world economy rests on this.
$43 million.
I think he's great.
No, I love the performance.
Yeah.
I think it works for the character.
He went whole out.
Yeah, no, straight up.
Also, they're just like, I love the way he's shot. It's just always wide angle
Yeah,
lenses,
just up his
right up
face,
to his
yeah.
face.
Yeah, the way he like moans when he's ripping paper.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was like kind of interesting. I think I found this is quite rare actually. I found the plotting more interesting than the actual characters themselves. Like a lot of the time, I didn't find them super compelling.
I didn't find all the characters compelling. There were a few I did, but I didn't care for the romantic.
Yeah,
That comes out
Angle.
of nowhere in this adaptation, I think. That is better developed in the book, just for the fact of, well, considering this is 3 hours long, they probably could have done this. But, like, I swear, I don't really remember them talking before
I
the end of that.
love the blind girl literally only saving. Sorry, I forgot his name again.
To me.
To me, just so he could get eaten, so he could get away. That is so cold.
We need him.
I like
I
no,
thought it was
like
just
her.
like, oh, she's like forgives him. It's just
No.
like you're showing some warmth to this man who's been abused, and obviously he's only in his current state because of like the way he was brought
Yeah.
up, and she sees that. Just no, we need some bait.
Yes.
Is there a name for the trope where a blind person can see more than the people with vision?
There must be. I
there
don't know if it has a
must be,
specific
yeah.
name, but it's definitely a trope.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Just like someone who's disabled has like some sort of psychic thing that's sort of linked to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a...
Like
It's-
Don't Breathe. He's psychic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, like Daredevil, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
It's the same sort of thing, isn't it?
I don't love it, and I don't love the performance, but again, it's a child. I think it comes down to the director more than...
I also think the lines that she has to deliver, it's hard to deliver those lines well.
I think she's good when she's like dying. I think she does good dying acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
could say that.
yeah, just the like general.
Like, how do you say, like, something bad is something really, really bad without
Something
it sounding
smells
clunky?
wrong,
Yeah,
really badly wrong.
Exactly. I don't think she's given great lines to deal with, to be fair to her.
I think you could give it just the right actor, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's some shots in this as well. I thought they were kind of cool. There's like some kind of split diopter, not split
Yeah.
diopter.
Yeah.
There are a few bits where I was just like, it's not split diopter, but I think
I
My
kind of
favourite-
love the whole aesthetic of
Yeah.
it looking like
Like-
kind of a Power Rangers episode.
like when they're on the plane and it's like it's on Dean Stockwell and they're
Yeah,
talking in the
I love
background.
that.
yeah. Or when the blind girl, she sees through the eyes of
Craig Toomey.
Craig
Yeah.
Toomey, and they're both in focus and they're like synchronized. I thought
Yeah.
that was really cool.
No, I completely agree. I was thinking specifically of that shot where he works out that they were all asleep,
Yeah.
and you could see him figuring out in the foreground.
So it's like, yeah, it's quite cool, like how them using like extreme depth in an image to communicate ideas.
Tom Holland is a real director. Like, I haven't seen it in years. I know you recently watched Fright Night, but like
Yeah.
Child's Play.
Child's Play, I
is
fucking
like
love Child's
great.
Play.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
no, I'm quite a big fan of him. Surprisingly, I really enjoy his movies.
I really like Fright Night as well. I saw that relatively recently.
I only seen that recently as well.
Yeah.
I don't like Thinner, but I remembered liking Fright Night. It's been a while. I watched Child's Play like a year ago as well, and it holds up really well.
Yeah.
Especially the Spanish version.
Yeah.
You watched it in Spanish?
I've showed you that clip
On Amazon.
Oh, right.
No, the
No,
one where
yeah,
he's just
Spanish
like,
Chucky.
where he's like, oh,
Yeah.
puta.
Yeah. No, of course, yeah.
But I'm not going to say he's like an auteur or anything, but I think he has some genuine skill behind the camera in this.
Yeah.
There are a few characters who do sort of get left by the wayside. Like, Don Gaffney is mostly there just to be the black guy who dies first.
Yeah.
I don't remember if his race is mentioned in the books, but if it's not, that makes it even funnier that they changed it and then kill him first.
I don't think there is much to Laurel even outside of the romantic angle. I know it's
He was going to assassinate someone.
Yeah, but that's more of his thing
that's
rather
Nick.
than Laurel.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Like, obviously, her friend at the beginning is like seeing her off, and she's like, "It's my first vacation in 8 years." Just like,
I like the
You're
whole...
lying!
Well, she's not lying. Well, she Well, she is lying, but she's not lying about the
Why are you
vacation.
lying?
I can tell by your voice.
You could tell by
Yeah, she's kind of rude as fuck.
A little bit,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Things you can get away with being a small blind child. You just overstep
I like
so many social boundaries.
I like that.
She's
the
a lying
bit.
cow.
I like the lying.
Tie
bit.
her down.
The fun bit with the lying bit though is everything else. It's like she can see through Toomey's eyes with like The Shining or whatever. The lying bit, it's like I can tell by your voice because you can really tell that you don't usually lie.
Yeah.
So it's like you're lying and you're not very good at it.
Okay, this is the thing. I thought so. Toomey,
Yeah.
Does he literally see those people as those gross monsters,
No, I
or is
don't-
this supposed to be like just her?
I thought it was metaphorical.
It is supposed to be more metaphorical.
I don't know if it's supposed to be, but I thought it was.
Yeah, I think it's just. I think it's more just to keep like the scares up in the narrative.
Yeah.
I
Is
suppose.
it not like a similar description in the book?
Not that I can recall. It definitely like.
I think it looks cool.
Yeah. I thought it was
yeah.
just like, oh, is this like part of like the effects of it? Is this they're slowly gonna all start seeing things but then it's just not really. It's just him.
Yeah.
He's just going kind of nuts, and then but then it pays off in kind of a fun way with like the board meeting being on the middle of the runway.
Yeah,
that he wants to.
I like
thought
that.
that was quite funny.
Yeah.
I can't see. So I just got to the bit about that. Ask me about time. Ask me.
Ask me about that.
I can't find any specific descriptions that I highlighted of like how it describes it. I can imagine, considering how faithful this adaptation is, I can imagine there's probably like a line or two about it.
Mm.
But yeah, I saw it as a metaphorical. I didn't think he literally saw them like that.
Yeah.
The guy who plays his dad though is like going full out, just like screaming.
Yeah, no,
they're
he's-
trying to out-camp each other.
Yeah, I think that really works as well.
Yeah, shout out to John Greismer.
Yeah.
I personally think it's impressive of how insane Toomey is in terms of like him screaming, him being so hateable, killing a child,
Yeah.
and you still kind of feel bad for him at the end.
Yeah.
I think that's impressive on his part.
Yeah. It does play like the sort of easy hand of just like showing behind the scenes, just like, oh, he was like his dad was like,
Yeah.
abusive.
Yeah, but even just then, even if you take that out, I think it's effective of just like the idea of he's had all this stress on him for so long that he is purposefully like sabotaging himself just because he kind of wants to be let loose of all his responsibilities.
I guess the theme.
Don't be lazy, Craigie Waggy.
I
Yeah.
hate when
Or
it
the
feels like
Langoliers
doing
will
it.
eat you.
I guess it kind of ties into the theme of just like his dad doesn't like wasted time, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true. It's
I'm
not
trying to
offensive
tie it
time.
into, and not,
Yeah.
maybe not necessarily, but just like the whole like
It's like laziness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like sure, why not?
Don't waste time.
Don't
I, don't
waste
know,
time.
I think they could have gone further with like the themes of it,
Yeah,
but
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess it the teacher as well. Just like she was just waiting for so long.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
so
She
long.
was like, she was kind of embarrassed as well about her like meeting someone online.
Yeah,
And the young girl like dying at the end. You know, it's just like of
Yeah.
all the people to die, the one who had the most.
yeah. I don't think this has like the most depth. I don't think this has much depth, to be
No, that's fair.
honest.
But I think it's got room where, like, as you were saying earlier, what you would
Yeah.
do in an adaptation. I think there is room for this to be like done again and better.
Yeah.
Not that I even
And
think this is
better.
bad.
I sorry to cut you off. I definitely agree with the end better, but it's really funny because we talked about our ideas, so putting them together of our ideas are going to be better.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to hear
Nah,
these.
no, I don't know.
Maybe.
But
Who
you never
knows?
know.
Who knows?
But again, talking about the length of it, I was genuinely shocked when the plane was taken off, and I was just like, okay, we're kind of wrapping up, and there's 40 minutes left.
This is
Yeah.
bits where I struggle because, like, for example, the whole thing of them realizing, oh shit, we need to be asleep, and like just as they're about to go through, that's good tension, but also it is just so repetitive of like, oh, we're almost there. Oh, actually,
Oh,
we're
we gotta do a
we
loop.
gotta do it again.
Yeah,
Where I'm just like, did you need that? But then also, if you don't include that, you need a natural way to bring up the fact of them falling back asleep.
yeah,
So I get why they still chose to include all those scenes. Same with like the lighting the matches and then lighting them in the airplane and pouring the pop in the airplane and seeing it fizz up. It's like, yeah, that's all dragged out, but you also do need all that stuff to
It could
explain
just
it all.
be snappier.
Yeah, like maybe just tightening it up. I
It's
feel
like,
like
it
you
has
could.
a look.
Yeah,
It's just like they linger on them for like a long time.
Yeah.
For an unnecessary amount of time. Because I'm not against them spending a lot of time on certain things. It just feels like
Yeah.
they do it for every scene.
yeah. Like when I say it should be shorter, I don't mean it needs to be Timekeepers of Eternity length. I mean genuinely, even if it was just like half an hour, just trimmed down a little bit.
Yeah, like 2.5 hours
Yeah.
would probably be fine.
Well, since you are speaking of Timekeepers, I
Yeah.
do just want to bring this up quickly.
Yeah.
So Timekeepers of Eternity is a student film from I do apologize for pronunciation, Aristoteles Maragkos from the University of Kent. What they do with the ending I thought was very interesting.
Yes, yeah.
Completely taken a different direction. So with the ending of Timekeepers of Eternity, when they're going into the wormhole and they're like, oh, we need to be asleep. Instead of like looping back around, they do just go straight through the wormhole and everyone disappears.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the movie ends.
So it's so it's the guy running, shouting, "We were asleep." But before they get there, like you get
It's beautiful.
the pilot saying it's beautiful, and then he disappears,
Oh, damn.
and then that's the ending.
That's way darker.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot more like melancholic. It's definitely like for Stephen King being known as the horror writer, this is generally quite a happy ending for a story.
It is.
I mean,
it is. I'm just thinking of how happy the ending is. Like they get it back in the freeze frame.
Oh,
It is
when they
just
jump.
really funny
Yeah.
to consider that
A
Dinah
child.
has just died.
A child has died. The guy died.
Like Craig Toomey got eaten by
it's kind of funny as well. They don't even check on Don Gaffney.
Yeah.
Like after he gets stabbed, they assume he's dead. He could just be in there, just like
Dinah survived for a while, and she was a child.
yeah.
He's a big guy. Maybe like it just hit like a bit of fat or something rather than
It
like
it does
a
feel like
thingy.
it does feel very much like of its time. Just like, oh yeah, we just got to kill off the black guy. Like
Yeah.
I don't quite get it. Like yeah, you could have somebody die, but why not like the guy who likes to eat?
Yeah, it's kind of a weird choice. I'm glad they kept the child dying in.
Yeah,
Sounds
no,
weird to
that's
say,
pretty
but
cool.
genuinely, I was kind of expecting maybe that not to happen.
we hate it when they chicken out on child death.
Yeah, we could definitely see Mike remake this.
Oh yeah,
No, go to Stephen King. He's never scared of killing children.
no, that's a trope in horror I complain about loads of when one of the main characters is a child, usually like parents and their child, and it immediately takes all the tension out because I know they'll be fine. And it, like sometimes they're not, and that's when you know something is not afraid to do something. But like random example,
I genuinely think that's why like the beginning of it is like so memorable in culture in general.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because it's just like straight away, it's just like, no, we don't
a
fuck
child is
around.
gonna die.
Not even just a child, like a
Like,
toddler.
yeah, he's like 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They just make him so cute as well. Just
I
like,
know.
oh, I
Yeah.
just want to play with the boat.
Exactly.
My big brother.
but yeah, it's one of my examples is a film I was excited to see but didn't like. Wolfman. When we watched that,
Yeah.
is like the whole plot just being around. Oh, it's the father, mother, and daughter, and it's like, well, I know the mother and daughter are gonna be fine because of the way this is happening. So, just don't really care, and that doesn't by default mean something is gonna be bad, but like you can really tell when there's no tension.
When you're doing horror, you need to rely on the tension.
Yeah.
And that to sort of like
Well, it's a double-edged sword
take it
'cause
out of it.
on paper, it's like there's a child in this threatening situation. You should be more tense, but the problem is so many things are afraid to. It sounds weird to say like hurt the child.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Horror, like a lot of it is experienced by children.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I watched a lot of horror films when I probably shouldn't have.
yeah. Me too.
And I think that's a it's a good way for like self-expression and to
Yeah.
learn things.
And yet you still draw the line at E.T.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's bizarre how different things will scare different people. Like, I do kind of lament the fact that sometimes I watch things and I'm like, if I was younger, I might be scared, and I kind of want to be scared.
Yeah,
It's not really doing it for me. So I don't know, but like as a kid, like I know like certain horror films and some of them which are Stephen King and some of them which we will be talking about in the future. It's just like, oh yeah, these were like formative experiences, and having the children in danger made it even scarier.
yeah.
Like,
Well, weirdly, talking about Stephen King and talking about it specifically, just while we have this general conversation, that was one of the biggest complaints people had about Stranger Things.
But none of
Is
them.
that they never felt like any of the children were ever like gonna get hurt.
No, you can't hit their comfort characters.
Yeah, and it's funny because Stephen, like, obviously Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Stranger Things clearly.
Stranger Things.
Yeah,
It's
clearly
literally in
pulled
the like
yeah,
the pilot Bible that they like pitched it with.
yeah, exactly. I mean, anyone who have had a passing knowledge of like Stephen King or it in general can kind of see the ties to it.
Yeah.
But no, I respect them for sticking with that. And, even though the actress, I think she did her best with the lines that she was given, but she wasn't great. I think it's very effective. I think it's very effective in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're getting a lot more, like, time, like, I know it's 3 hours long, but, like, when you're reading it, you just feel like it more.
Yeah. Just like the visuals in your head
Yeah, exactly.
can draw you more into it.
Yeah.
Even if it's the same dialogue.
I mean, we talked with the Mick Garris Shining. Like that's
Yeah.
very close to the book, but we all much preferred reading the book.
Yeah, exactly,
Do you think we would go down a similar route if we have read it? Do you think we like it more because we haven't read it?
Maybe.
Maybe that's the case for me, where, like I said, this is a it's the double-edged sword of reading the book first, which, granted, technically I didn't, but it has been long enough where it was basically a new experience. Where, rather than it being like, oh, this was cut and this was cut, which is the most of people's complaints of book adaptations is, oh, they cut my favourite bit out. In this, it's like, they should have cut this. They should have changed this. Brian, I don't know.
Does this have, like... Because I know, like, the Mick Garris stuff has its, like, defenders. Does this have,
Yeah.
like...
Yeah.
Okay.
Me.
You. And me. Just
I would
us.
defend it. I don't think this is like shit in the way of like people saying like, oh, it's comically bad. I don't think that's the case.
I think some people think that.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit boring.
I think
sometimes.
time has been kinder to this than, back when the Doug Walker video
Yeah.
was
yeah.
out. I think that was kind of in the stage where people kind of like were like more like keen to like make fun of like the 90s stuff because it was reaching like a dated point, especially with the visual effects.
Yeah, but now
whereas now we're
wrapped
kind
in.
of like at a stage where it's just like we can appreciate it was of its time and it's like got that
Yeah.
now that
quality to it.
Now the
Ironically,
certain aesthetics of it have
Now that
aged
we're
better.
further away.
Ironically, it's all about nostalgia.
Ironically,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm the nostalgia critic.
Exactly.
He's going to take you
I
15
remember
minutes
it
into
so
the
I can-
past.
Yeah. But it's funny
To
thinking.
play the video games. It's like...
But then, unironically, it is funny of how like thinking about in the mid 2000s to 2010s of like, oh, things aren't like silly like this anymore. And then we look back on some like 2000s to 2010s films and media and just like, oh, this is painfully like edgy or something. Of just like things are just of their time.
Yeah.
And no, it's funny how like our interests
I see
wavers.
people recently trying to... This is just a general criticism. It's just like what the general aesthetic of the current media landscape is. And it's just impossible to tell. A lot of people think it's just like this sort of like grey, blue, like Netflix sheen look. That this is going to be what is remembered about the current aesthetic. But we're not going to remember that a lot of the time. We're going to think back to like, you know how you're seeing like edits of like 2016 stuff now? Just
Yeah.
be like, oh, remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weirder now because we really remember that time.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's impossible to tell what is going to like age the best out of this current period.
We think about it like 20 years ago, 2006. I can still remember a lot of 2006 pop culture. Like, I remember Cars, I remember Flushed Away, I remember season 2 of Doctor Who.
When a couple of months ago, I was like going through like the top 10 like songs in the charts in the UK, and I just like went back and stopped when I don't remember that being played, and it was around 2006. That is my cutoff point from my cultural memory, I think, because like it's just like you were surrounded by that. It's different now because like who the fuck listens to radio now?
Yeah.
But like that was my barometer to figure out.
Yeah. But like I know we can sort of see the 2000s as its own aesthetic now, but in another 10 years, it'll probably be like, even more solidified that we know that aesthetic because we're so much further away. Which is why, like, you know, in the 90s, this would have been more mocked.
Yeah, and the thing is,
in
as
the
well,
2010s.
is we look at these things that talk about like the general aesthetics of, say, like modern movies and 90s movies and 2000s movies. You don't know what's going to slip through the cracks and actually be like remembered.
Yeah.
Not just in aesthetic ways, but also like how many other things were made in the same, not like I'm like Langoliers, but like just 90s random miniseries or TV movies that are just lost to time.
Yeah.
So
Lost
you can't.
to time.
Yeah, is there time travel?
They got
exactly.
eaten by Langoliers.
Yeah, but like you can't. It's like looking back at specific examples to define a whole era.
Yeah, but that's what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Honestly, Billy Joel cooked when he wrote "We Didn't Start the Fire." You should keep doing it.
Yeah.
No, follow up. I should carry on doing it. Do you have anything else you want to say about Timekeepers?
Other than it's a really condensed version. Like,
Yeah.
you still get everything you really need.
Yeah, I love the way it's edited, where it'll kind of like with the paper tearing, split the screen in half, and you're kind of like watching like, well, you know, with the scenes where like someone will say something and it'll cut to reactions. You're watching like the reactions and the thing being said at the same time.
Oh, that's very good, Palmer.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it is very
everything was
drama.
printed onto paper.
Yeah, from the frames I saw that, I was just like, oh, okay. I'm not sure how immersive that would be.
Yeah.
But
I said to you when you came over and I was still about halfway through watching it, and I said to you, I think that Nosferatu X Radiohead has ruined this genre of media for me, of just re-edits of things.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, that was fucking awful. But like looking at this now after watching the whole thing, no, this is kind of like saved that genre for me, where I'm like, okay, this is such a creative reinterpretation of a film that already exists, and to be edited in this way, and like even just to have this vision, even if it wasn't effective, you can see what he's trying to do.
Is this just like on YouTube?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's just on YouTube.
I thought it would have been like a copyrighted nightmare.
Yes, me too.
I think this is like the
They do
biggest
list it as
example
being
of fair
available on
use.
VHS though.
Yeah, I think that'd be
So-
cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I think this is like the biggest example of like a possible fair use thing. Like, yes, he kind of used
yeah.
everything, but like everything he did is his own. In
Like
terms
there's
of
new
re-
sound design as well.
Has anyone, as like Tom Holland or Stephen King, ever acknowledged it?
I haven't found that, at least in my research.
Okay.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I just had a busy week, so I haven't.
I don't know. Do you think they would take
Honestly,
it well, considering it is like such a cut down version? Or do you think they would be like, oh, this is like
Honestly, I
beautiful?
think they can respect it's like going for something completely different, and
Yeah.
on those terms, see it as just like, this is not what we did. It's someone else's interpretation. It's experimental for sure.
This is
If
kinda-
it was like a full on like remake or just like
yeah,
Yeah.
just like
a fan
just,
edit.
just out of curiosity, have you got any favorite fan edits? Have you ever seen any?
I haven't seen the Topher Grace Hobbits.
You haven't.
I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I
Have you ever seen the Indiana Jones Steven Soderbergh
no. What's the soundtrack for that?
Social Network?
Oh, yeah, that does sound actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's tight as fuck.
I would like to watch it. It's just I've always thought like I would really enjoy making a fan edit more than watching one.
That's fair. What one would you pick?
If I had to do one, 2005 King Kong.
Really?
Yeah.
You can cut it down to like 2 hours.
I think there's a really good 2-hour movie in there.
Really?
It's a shame it's 3.5 hours. So
Yeah.
Whatever. But I do quite like that movie. It's just way too long.
That's fair. I just did like a quick Google of like Timekeepers of Eternity, Stephen King, Tom Holland, and they can't see any response, so nothing's coming up. But no, I just think what it does with it is really creative. Less so even just cutting it down, but just the paper aspect is in general. Like we said, I'd love for you to watch it just to see your opinion on like the effects for the Langoliers themselves.
Yeah.
Because that's what really won me over at the end, where I was just like, oh, this is why he wanted to do this.
Do you have any other favorite fan edits?
It's not really something I've explored.
No.
No.
I think it's a fascinating thing. Just like taking this like pre-existing for like no profit and just making your own version, I think it's fascinating.
Like
Yeah.
I don't think like the despecialized editions of Star Wars count.
No.
Sort of, like, it's a weird grey area.
Yeah.
But, they're supposed to be coming out legitimately at some point, so that's cool.
A lot of people will pick the Snyder Cut.
Was that count as a fan edit?
Who knows?
Yeah.
I still haven't finished that.
I've never seen the Snyder Cut.
I've got like halfway through and like, I'll watch the rest tomorrow, and that was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
This is really great. Speaking of channels, so this is a really great edit of them all, but the creators of it put themselves into it and they're like interacting with it. It's really fascinating and actually quite surprisingly well done.
No, wow, that sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
So maybe someone should do a fan edit of All Hail the King and like trim us down.
It's like fucking the fucking Shakespeare one.
Hamlet.
No, yeah, the two characters in there and they're like in it.
Guildenstern and Rockefeller. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern
are dead.
Yeah,
it's like that, but with the Channel Awesome movies. It's called May and Hazel Invade the Channel Awesome movies. Check them out at some point.
Okay.
It is 12 hours. So.
I guess if they're in all of them, then yeah, makes sense.
But it's great. I really recommend that. That's not my recommendation, though.
No. Are we done with the movie? Do you want to move on to recommendations?
I mean, I've not got much more to say other than it was nice going through it. I wanted to mention our ideas for what we would do with the Langoliers.
Don't really have many. Just like do it again.
Oh, you just do it again. I've been thinking about like the fact of most of this takes place on a plane and then just in an airport, location based. It's all character based. It's quite slow. It's quite interpersonal. I think you could do a really interesting play with this, a stage play.
Yeah.
And I know, Garen, you hate theatre, but like
I don't hate theatre. Just like.
Like, can you see what I mean? Of like just having like the setting on the stage. Locations. It's 2 locations, and I feel like that we talked earlier about the limitations and Stephen King kind of self-imposing limitations that really he didn't have to, and like the film itself wouldn't necessarily have to. I feel like making a stage play of this, you would have to have the limitations on that.
Yeah,
and I think you could get really fucky with all the time stuff as well.
Yeah,
especially with the fact that the audience is there. You could have something there with that.
No, I can see that. We'll bridge the gap between the Carrie music. Is it a musical or is it?
No play. Even have it like maybe where.
My dad said Craigie Wiggy.
Yeah. And maybe like when the Langoliers coming, you could have like something with like the set of the play.
Yeah.
Maybe like being a part tearaway or something.
Yeah.
Or disappearing, or even have it where like, granted, this would be expensive.
You could have the programs like pre-torn.
Yeah. So have it where
Fuck no, we're cooking.
Yeah. Have it where like the audience, let's say it's in a small theatre, you book out like half the seats and no one like, or like have it where like the seats are full.
Yeah.
You'd have to, this would be expensive as fuck. Seats are full.
We do
but
this
actually, when the lights cut out after they go through the thing, and then the lights come back on and like, it's starting, everyone on the place disappeared, half the audience is gone.
We would do this as like a critic showing.
Yeah.
Where it's just like they're all splattered about.
Yeah.
It just looks like Emma Stone's One Woman Show from La La Land.
Exactly. Like, it's like you go and you're like, oh shit, this is really popular. Like they go, the plane noise is happening, lights cut out, lights come back on, most of the audience is gone.
How would you not notice the person to your left and right running away?
Movie magic.
I don't know, just like distract with other things. But yeah. But anyway, catch me in 10 years when I make the Langoliers stage play.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
I watch it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's
they're doing like they're doing like fucking Shawshank Redemption. Why can't they do
exactly
the Langoliers?
If Carrie can get a musical,
Carrie can
40 years ago, I'm sure it can make the Langoliers play happen.
We all take a Stephen King thing. We all write a play about it.
Yeah.
So far, out of like the whole which Stephen like, if there was any of these we would want to work on out of the ones we've already done, honestly, yeah, I think I would work with Langoliers.
Yeah,
I think there's something here that you could really cook with.
I think there's potential in Salem's Lot, but also there's just so much Salem's Lot already.
Yeah. I don't think you could do much new with Salem's Lot.
Yeah.
But that's all I got to
say. Anyway, that was my idea.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go on to the segment of our show, Recommendations.
Great name. Never changing it.
I'm glad that stuck.
Yeah, it's just stuck now.
I was really proud of it.
It's just where we recommend something that has nothing to do with King. Does anybody want to start? Or?
I got to get mine back on Letterboxd again. So
I'll go first.
It sounds like Viv's going for a movie.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go first. luckily consumed quite a lot of good media in the last couple of weeks. But I wanted to give one that like this that I enjoyed for like years now. So it's the music of an artist called Larry Ward. She has 3 albums. Only her technical like debut album, her original album, only came out a couple months ago. But the 2 previous albums she made in 2021, she took the lyric. We're talking about fan edits, weirdly enough. She took the lyrics of songs by Stephen Sondheim, the musical composer and writer, and used them in her own music, in like folk, acoustic style music. And I think it's absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah, I've listened to them.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah,
great.
you've heard me listen to them a bunch of times. I listen to them honestly like both albums like once a week. They 2 fan. She has only got 3 albums, 1 original and the 2 based on Stephen Sondheim's work. And I just think all of her music is absolutely beautiful. The albums are called one of them's called The Perfect Little Death and the other one's called Keep a Tender Distance. And it's just so interesting to hear. You know, musicals especially are so inaccessible a lot of the times but I don't even think you need to have much of a knowledge of Stephen Sondheim's work to enjoy them.
Transforming them into being just sort of pop songs.
Exactly, yeah. Or just because I wasn't folk, yeah. Because I'm familiar with all of Stephen Sondheim's work when I first listened to her, and some of the songs on her albums, I still haven't heard the original like versions of them from the musicals they're from. But she just transposes them into such beautiful arrangements that, you know, anytime I want to relax with something calm and soothing, I put on those albums. So yeah, it's a Larry Ward's music. I'd really recommend.
My recommendation is not a piece of media. It's an activity you can go and do. Oh. I have been quite busy since our last recording. I went to go visit some friends from university, and my recommendation is to just go see your friends, even if you haven't seen them for a while, even if you see them all the time. Just check in with your friends. It was really nice to see them. I got to see my friends Tilly, Marcus, Basil, and Naomi, and it was lovely to see them, catch up. We had a nice meal. I stayed over and watched some movies with some of them.
Some trash.
Yes, some trash. We also played some board games. I played Ticket to Ride. I really quite enjoyed that.
We played that before. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
It's really good. Yeah, I know you don't like board games all that much.
I fucking hate board games.
But if I had like people to play board games with more often, I would probably pick that up. I really enjoyed it.
I would love to play
that's not my
games,
recommendation. My recommendation, though, is just to see your friends.
We should play board games more often. We just need to like.
They do a board game
thing
at the place.
Yeah, and they do it our.
I
just don't want to dox us.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, in the general Wales area.
Yeah.
The most normal place
in Bangor, Wales. We didn't mention Bangor, Wales.
No, that'll be a joke for later.
For later?
We'll record an episode in Bangor.
Oh, yeah, true, yeah.
Okay, my recommendation is going to be this desktop documentary, which I discovered because I've been going down a rabbit hole of internet video art and all shapes and sizes that they come into. I'm doing it for a script that I'm trying to write. And I've just been looking for like general inspiration, and I have found just the deepest well of insane content there is out there. But one that I was kind of vaguely familiar with was this genre of documentary called desktop documentaries, where they basically present through like everything is just like it's more like edited than you would think, but it is just showing stuff on their desktop.
Is it like the Ice Cube War of Worlds?
It's exactly like Ice Cube War of the Worlds.
You told me about this one the other day. What was it?
It's called Watching the Pain of Others. It's about this documentarian who's had this very strong reaction to a specific film and how she processes this information through, because like in the documentary that she's watching, it's about these people who think they have this basically made up disease and how it gets spread out because of how like their empathy basically. And just like they explore the ideas of like femininity and like empathy and online rabbit holes in a very unique way that I haven't seen before, and it's very, very well edited. Even though it does just look like a desktop, it is just incredibly smooth. It's very well done. Because it's like it's kind of based on the Susan Sontag book.
Susan Sontag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's like a bunch more that I need to check out. That was great though. What was it? Watching the
Pain of Others.
Watching the Pain of Others
Nice.
by Leo Galabert Lane. She's French.
Ah, oui, oui.
Oui, oui. It's only half an hour, so if you got half an hour, check it out.
Nice,
Cool.
nice, easy, accessible.
And is it on YouTube?
Ones.
It's on Vimeo.
Ooh.
Vimeo, nice.
That's how you know it's a real movie.
I've been watching a bunch of stuff on Vimeo, which is sad now because apparently they laid off like 90% of their staff and
Oh,
are
really?
using AI.
Oh, that sucks.
Honestly, I think seeing a film being on Vimeo is just like, oh, this is more prestige than it being on like Tubi. And I love Tubi.
Yeah, it's not as big crushed on as like a YouTuber or even a Tubi.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely check it out because I'm making it a thing.
I was
to,
going to
like,
recommend another thing, but I
Yeah.
generally worry it's going to give anyone who listens to it epilepsy.
Save it for next time.
I will. No, not because it'll give them epilepsy.
That's okay. You can recommend anything you want.
I recommend epilepsy.
I know Joe's trying to like do our recommendations.
This is
I don't know how you're going to do
nice,
mine.
Nice, easy week. See my friends? Already done. I know, I've been reconnecting with some people online. It's panicked about it.
Yeah,
Reconnecting.
accidentally sending them the pod.
Yeah, and then like 6 months later being like, I guess I should talk to you guys. But that worked out. It turns out a bunch of them are moving to Cardiff.
Oh, nice.
So like,
really?
yeah, genuinely. I might end
Is
up
Cardiff the place to be?
Apparently so. In Wales, I guess. So hopefully travel down there and see them.
Lesbian capital of Wales?
Yeah.
But speaking of next time, you may remember quite some time ago we were doing Cell, and Joe had a breakdown because he didn't.
Because I had to read Cell.
He wanted a good one and forced us to change our schedule. So next time we're actually covering the one we were meant to do instead of The Long Walk, which is.
You say Dreamcatcher. Oh well, I've said it now. Fuck. It's
Dreamcatcher.
Well, the reason I put my hand up is I wanted to say I treated Cell too harshly because the more I thought about it, I do think I preferred reading Cell to reading Bag of Bones.
Yeah.
Which is funny, but Cell was the first shit one we did, so it hit me pretty hard.
And you did read like Bag of Bones in like a day.
Yeah. Oh, a Bag of Bones is probably better than I remember. It's probably just I ruined it for myself.
Yeah, we're doing Dreamcatcher. We get to see Morgan Freeman again.
And I might try something different for this one. This might be the one where I do listen to the audiobook.
Who narrates the audiobook, do you know?
Yes, it is Jeffrey DeMunn. He is in Green Mile and Shawshank, I think. I know him. I recognised his name straight away.
Okay.
No, it's no Willem Dafoe.
It's no Willem Dafoe.
No.
But, who can be Willem Dafoe?
Let me get him up now.
That man's packing heat. You've seen the video of him dancing.
Get an animal wrangler.
Yeah, he's in Shawshank, The Mist, Green Mile.
Show the photograph.
Yeah, I'm going to need the photograph.
You'll recognise him.
Recognize him. I recognize him.
Yeah.
That's Rob Reiner.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's worked. He's a favorite, as his description says, a favourite of director Frank Darabont.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
But we're not talking about Frank Darabont.
No.
We're talking Lawrence Kasdan, I believe. It's the
Really?
director. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Dreamcatcher will be our next one. We'll be back here, same time every alternating Saturday, 10 a.m. GMT.
That just rolls off the tongue. It does. It just, yeah.
Yeah. In the meantime, though, if you do want to get in touch with us, you can always send in an email to allhailthekingpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on the socials. On TikTok and Instagram, you'll find us at All Hail the King Podcast. And on YouTube, you will find us at Pod One Out Studios, where you will also find First Time Flyers.
A TV pilot podcast.
Yeah, where Viv and I talk about TV show pilot episodes.
We'll be out when...
We'll just be finishing superhero season, where we talked about the CW Arrowverse shows. So, Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, and Batwoman will have just come out.
Yeah.
Yep. So we just finished that. And next season is girl shows. So it's all shows about girls. It's girls, Two Broke Girls, Gossip Girl.
Sex and the City.
Yeah, I was leaving that one for last, but I can't remember what the other girl one is.
Yeah.
New Girl?
New Girl.
No Girl.
New Girl.
We didn't do it in order properly anyway.
No, it's not in that order. We just talked about superheroes, and now we're talking about girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to.
Yeah.
I think this is our last one before Valentine's Day as well.
Oh, well,
Quite
Well,
not
hope you spent-
romantic at all, is it?
Why not?
why not? We could be. There's romance in this. not in this.
I wouldn't call it romance.
The Langoliers
in the
will kiss you
Langoliers, yeah.
on the lips.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where you can find us. If you do listen on your podcast platform of choice, feel free to give us a rating, preferably 5 stars. I think that goes without
If you don't,
saying.
the Langoliers will get you.
They will.
Yeah.
They will. I'm just going to quickly check if we have had any ratings. I haven't been notified of anything, but who knows? I have been busy.
If not, cut it out, because it's embarrassing.
Okay, we're still on 7 5-star reviews on Spotify.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Apple Podcasts I don't check as often as maybe I should.
I'll check Audible.
Yeah. We don't have any updates to share at this time. You can send in your thoughts. If you're watching on YouTube, you can give us a like, you can share, you can hit the hype button.
I've never seen this supposed hype.
I've seen it. I don't know what it does.
I remember hearing about it for the first time, and it's just like, where is this?
Hit that hype button.
Yeah, ring that bell. What else do they do?
That's it.
Go to Squarespace.
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
No, if you're going to make a website, just go into your cities and make one.
Yeah.
Learn to program. Have fun.
Yeah.
Be way more unique. Even if it's bad, it'll be
Yeah,
better
don't use
than
the
a fucking...
AI-generated fucking websites. Like,
Yeah.
Have some fucking control of your own aesthetic. Don't let a fucking company choose how to block your own website.
yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
We're going to have podgroundstudios.com one day.
Yeah, and it's going to look hideous and it'll look beautiful at the same time.
Yeah, like the Langoliers.
Yes! Yes!
Well, until next time, this has been All Hail the King, a Stephen King podcast.
Question mark.
Brought to you by Podwin Studios.
Yeah.
I know we
is.
haven't done this before.
No, this is new.
He's engaging what the general reception is. How are you feeling?
I guess it's like I said, I always find the endings kind of weird. There's always a hard way to end them. I've just been like...
Bye!